Pittsburgh. The first finals game in franchise history is a rousing success. Denver's 9-0 at home in the playoffs. They take game one.
Two-time MVP Nikola Jokic finished the game with a 27-point, 10-rebound, and 14-assist triple-double. The Heat and Nuggets play Game 2 Sunday night in Denver. San Francisco 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy has progressed to throwing a football, this coming off of his injury in the NFC title game against the Eagles. And general manager John Lynch doesn't think his quarterback is a one-hit wonder.
Is it a flash in the pan or is it the real deal? As we've gone back and studied it, he played at a high level. You know, not only played within a system, made a lot of plays outside the system and by extending plays, and showed tremendous playmaking ability, showed a tremendous ability to run the system efficiently, effectively, push the ball downfield. So he just had an incredible first year.
The A's and Giants are back on the diamond as Oakland visits the Marlins, and the Orioles come into San Francisco for a 3-game series. All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Well, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Hi.
Good morning to everybody. It's our favorite day of the week. I speak for everyone. Maybe I'm wrong, but I know for me, it is Friday, and you are wearing shades.
Those are these.
I don't know. Are those
Good or bad? Weird?
strange? Are those Simone's? Maybe.
Right here.
I can't imagine those don't look very Rami-ish or Nick-ish. We'll have to find out. They're somebody's. They are somebody's. Jason's all. Are you me at my son's graduation wearing sunglasses inside? Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
I hope you all are well. It is Friday, June 2nd, 2023. We have a fine show, I would like to say, planned for y'all, including Friday fun and games. I'm already looking forward to it. It doesn't even happen for 5 to 6 hours.
Huh?
I don't know, whatever it's going to be. These days generally fly by. Although I'm going to have something burrowing in the back of my brain the whole show. I know what I'll be doing during the breaks. See, I tend to be strangely organized, but yet also simultaneously scatterbrained, which is possible. And like everybody in the business, generally, I have a backpack that has headphones, computer, all kinds of stuff. I've had the same backpack forever, and I left here yesterday with it, and then I put it in my car and go home, come back, grab it out of my car, come in. It's got my stuff. That is the routine every day. I do it without even thinking about it. But sometimes between me leaving this studio and me getting to my car, things happen. I get on the phone, or I have to stop in. You do the same thing. Do a commercial for one of our fine sponsors. Something happens, and about once a year I do this. I leave my backpack somewhere, and I put it down. I do whatever the thing I'm supposed to do is. Oh God, I left it in our boss's office.
I was just thinking that.
I just
The big boss?
The big boss.
Yeah.
Yep. I left it on his couch in his office. I just realized that. I've been retracing my steps.
Well, it's still there.
I mean,
Likely.
maybe he stole it.
Maybe.
So we're breaking in this morning.
God, that'd be so fun. Just break in like 10.
I'm sure he'd have no problem with it either.
Well,
it's a Friday. He won't be here.
Here's the big problem. Yeah, exactly. It's Friday. He
Someone here has to have a key, right?
I think Cindy downstairs does.
Will Cindy be here?
Huh?
There's a
great point. An engineer might have one.
Engineer definitely will have one,
Yeah.
but again, Friday is such a top. I will say this: if anybody that might be here, it's Cindy or an engineer on a Friday.
For sure. And just so people know, ever since COVID, things have changed, as I'm sure they have in your place of business.
Yeah, it's way harder to break into your boss's office now.
Also,
I had another option. What I thought happened.
Huh?
I thought you said like along the drive, open trunk hole.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, that trunk hole. Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. One time I left it outside. I left it.
And it stayed?
It stayed. As a matter of fact, our guy Ron downstairs found it and called me and kept it. But I put it down by my car.
Kept it like he never gave it back.
Kept it until the next day.
Kept it safe.
Yeah, so okay. Well,
I thought he held it for ransom.
I mean, he could have, but you know what? That's the thing. That this kind of goes back to the conversation yesterday, and I just want to underline it before we move on. You see, Ron's a good guy, and so the natural thought is, oh, I found this, and here it is. But once you get upstairs in this building, you go from normal humans, for the present company excluded, you're a normal human, to just these horrible people. So Jay's instinct automatically was, hold it for ransom.
No, that wasn't my instinct.
It's much like we were talking yesterday when you guys were in your little text thread, were sending your gifts.
GIFTS.
Yeah, gifts. Bad people with bad intentions.
I did not expect this attack at 6:06 a.m. on a Friday. It's supposed to be a happy day.
It is Friday. It's Friday today. We are happy. We're all happy to be with you.
Happy to be with you.
Good to be with you. We finally got basketball last night.
Yeah, we did.
Sort of. I mean,
yeah,
I guess
we did.
Right.
Sort of.
Yeah, I mean, that was there's a lot to talk about with that today. That was fun. I was flipping back and forth between every time there was a break. Florida State was playing in the women's softball championship.
Yeah.
I got to be honest, man. Women's softball is I think it's actually incredibly entertaining.
It is. I enjoy it.
My son, though, like he tends to do, and whether it's men's or women's, it was funny watching it with him because we just so happened to watch this stretch. I want to say it was Oklahoma, Tennessee. And there was like 4 errors in 2 innings, and he's just trashing these poor ladies.
Wow.
Classy. Trash. Yeah, just going off. And it's not a guys ladies thing.
Yeah.
It's just simply
trash.
Just trash. But I short fences out there though.
Yeah.
There's some you ever try to hit a fast pitch softball pitcher?
I have not. A part of me wants to, but I also then go, you know what? I'll likely be embarrassed.
If I make contact, like foul ball, I'm super excited.
It is not easy, dude. I had the one-time opportunity to do it. This was in high school. I was a freshman. I think she was a junior or senior. Some people remember there was a player at Maryland. Her name was, what a perfect name, by the way, for a softball pitcher, Amy Windmiller. I was in the class with her sister, her younger sister, Kelly. I don't know what school was at Stanford. She went on to some huge school. I mean, she was one of the best pitchers in the country. And so we got an opportunity on the baseball team at one point to take a couple of cracks. And this is me now. This is back in high school. You're in the best shape you're ever going to be. You can hit a ball, no problem. You spend your whole life hitting a baseball, and the motion is coming from top to bottom. Then you step in, and not only is the ball twice the size, which you think would help, but it also makes it a little bit more intimidating. But the ball is coming from down up.
Mm-hmm.
And I always wonder, why don't they just turn around and throw it like a baseball? Do you have to pitch underhand? So then I understood the movement on a ball that starts low and comes high, the rise ball. If you haven't gotten used to that, if you're used to playing baseball your life, you're not used to seeing a ball move in that capacity.
Yeah.
You don't know what to do.
Yeah. And it's by you.
Yeah. And I mean, she's pitching. I don't know what the equivalent was.
By you. That's Louisiana.
I don't know what the equivalent was.
Oh, come on.
But it's like she would hit I don't know. I think she'd hit low 80s or something. But that's 100 and something miles an hour, the equivalent.
Right.
You're just yeah, okay. So yeah, if you ever get a chance and you want to be embarrassed.
Yeah, go for it.
What else do I have? Do you guys have anything? I always say, this is always where I dump out all my stuff. I didn't really come in with much today.
It's all in your backpack.
Everything is all in my backpack. Thank you. Everything good with you?
Yeah, everything's great.
Just normal old day, Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just went home.
It's an empty building. Like it's truly just us here.
Is that where are they? The Pat, Tom, and the Codys?
They're not here.
Wow. Really?
We don't know if they took a scheduled vacation together or maybe a remote broadcast somewhere.
It must be a remote broadcast because I don't think they're allowed to take vacation at the same time. I honestly think that's a thing. Like,
I think you're thinking of the wrong station.
No, I think one person goes and then like they do.
There's not one car besides ours.
Yeah, I'll bet you it's got to be a remote broadcast, right? It's a Friday. That's generally their remote broadcast.
Well, usually they would post. Let me see.
Just saying. Maybe they got fired over the Tesla video.
Oh, could be. That was very controversial.
Maybe Elon Musk stepped in.
Took their check mark.
I don't see anything on the socials about it.
Interesting. Well, I wonder.
I'm sure Tom's fishing.
Probably.
He's on his third trout and mustard sandwich.
Oh God. The sad thing is you're probably right. Had beef stroganoff last night.
Okay.
So there's that.
Yeah.
I had to save it.
Any good?
It was, it was Hamburger Helper beef stroganoff. We do Hamburger Helper about once a month.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, he tweeted 57 minutes ago, so we know he's awake. From Tom Bailey. Is it me? Or is Twitter just becoming a bunch of accounts that regurgitate clickbait content?
That's clickbait.
Good take.
Right there. Okay, so he's awake. He probably did that from the toilet.
After the fourth trout mustard sandwich.
Right, but his phone went to voicemail. So, all right, we'll solve this issue for everybody. Hello to everybody in the YouTube. Hello to everybody on the text line at 916-339-1140. We have a lot for you. We've got Niners. We've got game one of the NBA Finals. Like I said, Friday fun and games and a lot.
Keegan Murray stole a baby.
Keegan Murray is still a baby. We'll get to that story too. In the meantime, leading off in just 1 minute.
The King season might be over, but Sactown sports coverage never stops.
We, as a team, have a ways to go. This is something that you want to be able to build off of.
Stay tuned all off-season to Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com for the latest Kings news.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Byers Leaf Guard Gutter System and Roofing.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Welcome to your Friday. We're out the door to a comfortable start to the day. Into the afternoon, we'll be bright and sunny out there with light winds. Expect highs today to peak in the upper 80s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
To protect your home from the top down, start from the roof line up. Get clog-free Byers Leaf Guard gutters, fire-safe roofing from Byers Roofing, and power your home with Byers Solar. Act now for $500 off Byers Leaf Guard gutters at thatsbyers.com.
Are you tired of sky-high energy bills? Well, ACR Solar and Home Services can help you out. With over 40 years of experience, ACR Solar and Home Services is the name you can trust for all of your solar needs. Now, what makes them stand out? Well, they handle everything in-house, so you don't have to deal with any third-party contractors. And they don't just offer a one-size-fits-all solution. ACR Solar and Home Services customizes every solar system to meet your unique needs, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner. But that's not all. ACR Solar and Home Services also offers additional services like roofing, battery backup, and pool solar. So they truly are your one-stop shop for all things solar. Don't wait any longer to take control of your energy bills. Contact ACR Solar and Home Services today and start saving big with solar power. Believe me, you won't regret it. So go to acrsolar.com to find out more.
Let's do it. Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
And Ball Arena ready to explode. The first finals game in franchise history is a rousing success. Denver's 9-0 at home in the playoffs. They take game 1.
Soak it up, Kings fans. That could be you someday. It's nice to live vicariously, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
Good for Denver.
Had a good time.
Good for Denver. Good for the fans. The game went exactly how I think most thought it would, and we paid attention. I always pay attention to Vegas and what they were doing. Got a little interesting towards the end there with a 9-point spread. Denver wins by 11.
Vegas is good.
Vegas is very good. 104-93 was your final. Miami did outscore Denver 30-20 in the fourth quarter. Mike Malone said post-game, our goal in the next game is to play all 48 minutes and not 36. But this was it wasn't necessarily a shellacking per se. The score was probably closer than the game was. What it honestly looked like, Jason, is one team is just markedly better than the other.
Yeah, I left watching that game feeling like I need to see maybe one more game to get that full feeling, but that's where I'm leaning. There are moments, it really depends on how you look at these games, because there's times, I'm watching it maybe from a Miami lens going, okay, I can actually see maybe a path where they can win some games in this series. Sure. I don't know about win the series, but maybe make it 6 or 7 even. But man, it's a smaller path. There's more things that have to start going right. And then you also go, I thought Denver started so strong and then just played.
Yes.
Like they were fine the second half. So, but it never felt like Miami, I think, had a run to start the third and to start the fourth. You're like, wow, 10 points. This team's tough. And it's back to 16. You just never, I don't know. I never felt like they were going to lose the Denver Nuggets. So they look good. They have more to be happy about. But one game, that's what I would say if I'm Miami. But when you're the favorite and you win the first game kind of comfortably, it's hard to feel like Miami can do it.
Sure.
But that's today. Now, they win Sunday, and we're back here Monday going, you know what?
Of course.
They got the split.
Yep.
This team's tough, but they haven't done that yet.
I need to see a game in Miami.
Yeah. And if it's 2-0, I mean, not that they can't come back. I mean, Phoenix did the same thing, was down 0-2 in Denver, and then won the next 2. You're like, oh, this is a series, and Denver ultimately won it. But it was a good start. For me, it was really more about what the atmosphere was for Denver for their first finals. I was kind of
very
into that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Also, and we'll talk a lot about the individual performances. I've a broken record on this, but my favorite part about this finals easily is the rest of the world seeing Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
He's really good.
And I think what they're going to see too is, my guess, like yesterday at least, it sure looked like Miami was doing what they could to try to double him, take the ball out of his hands, blah, 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 which he still gets his triple-double. And a lower volume scorer, like a shot maker, I could still picture them now making him be the guy that, hey, go get 40, and he'll go get 40. So I think we're going to see all the layers of him in this finals, which will even show him off even more.
Number 2.
Cut number 2.
Adam, there's another investigation involving John Morant, and can you update us on where you are on the timeline, when you expect it to end? And since there seems to be not a lot of precedent for this situation, how do you assess what kind of punishment to deliver, if indeed there is a punishment here?
So in assessing what discipline is appropriate, if that's the case, we look at both the history of prior acts, but then we look at the individual player's history as well.
So there's a lot more to that clip we'll play later. This was, I don't know, man. Like, I kind of feel bad for Adam Silver, because I think he's very much nodding towards it. Well, he said, we don't want to take over the finals.
Sorry.
Yeah. It's
one of your stars. You've got basically all the rest of the intel. And didn't you take from that this doesn't sound promising?
Oh, no. Here's the thing. It's not. And here's why. Because if there wasn't anything bad coming for John Morant, they would have just the NBA's wrapped up his investigation and did it.
Yeah.
And that's it. And it's a non-story, and you move on and all that. No. He said that they have uncovered other things.
Yeah.
That's not we've uncovered other really awesome things.
And it, like, to your point, I think it was like, look, I'm going to just say this to give you something, but also we're not going to disrespect the finals. Well, we are not only talking about it now, we're talking about it later. Every show's talking about it. And the finals was fine yesterday.
Right.
But then it's also going to be talked about again when the finals are done, and then the league says, boom, this is what we're doing. Yeah, he didn't mean to, but they've turned it into a story.
There's a part of me that thinks they're going to wake up today and go, you know what?
Let's just do it.
Let's just do it right now. Let's do it on the off day.
Friday dump.
The Friday dump. Do it right now. Get it out of the way for game 2. And we're not going to discuss it till after the finals, but we'll at least put the news out there.
Or let it leak.
Right. Because right now, and let it leak is probably the right way to put it. Because right now, you're right. It's the sometimes the unknown that's what makes people go crazy.
Yeah, yesterday on internet, you're seeing, or social media, this is 25 games. This is half a season. Maybe it's all season.
Yeah.
Like, well, okay, that's a big range.
Exactly.
But we're all guessing.
I honestly would be surprised. I think that's what they're going to do because there's not a game 2's not till Sunday. Mm-hmm. So you got 2 full days. Like you said, it's the Friday dump, the take out the trash day. Obviously, Ja Morant ain't starting the year as a Memphis Grizzly,
right?
Playing games. And to be honest with you, I'd be slightly, but not very slightly surprised if we saw him next year.
The whole year?
I'd be very surprised if he got anything below like a 40 to 50 game suspension. I don't think
one of the stars of the league.
Yes.
I'm not saying that's what you soften but that's huge news.
Yes. And to be clear, I don't think he'll be gone all year.
Yeah.
I'm saying I think that's in play.
Yeah.
But I think ultimately it's 40, 50 games. And who knows? We'll see. Cut number 3.
Cut number 3.
The home run challenge. And there's a high drive, deep right center field. Way back there, still going. And that's one into the books. Write him a check. Austin Slater with a 2-run homer.
Hey, get to see that. Get to see that happening. Giants tonight take on the Orioles.
Orioles have turned into a fun little team.
I really like when teams that are kind of down to the dumps for a while.
Kings.
Yes, when they kind of come back. And Baltimore, I don't know why. I've never disliked Baltimore. And now the Nationals are over there, so they're kind of like the littler team.
Yeah.
And they've sucked forever.
Yeah.
That's a proud old school franchise with one. By the way, the park that started it all, Camden Yards, I love this.
Apparently it's held up too. Like people that still go there say it's still amazing.
I'd love to see it in person. This though is in San Francisco as the 500 Giants take on the 35-21, 18-9 on the road Orioles. But that's not the top story. The top story in the game that everybody is talking about, 2 franchises possibly on a collision course for the World Series, the A's and Marlins. That game is at 3:40. You got one pitcher with a 12 ERA, the other with a 5 ERA. That game is in Miami. And am I reading this right, that this game is right here on Sactown Sports today? Well, why is it today? I thought it was only on the weekends. I get that this. So Nick and Cal's and Rami get out of their show? What's up with that?
No, it's
3:40.
3:40 Eastern time, right?
No, 3:40 Pacific.
Oh, then no, it's not.
No, we don't have it on Sactown Sports today?
No.
Okay.
I gotta double check the schedule.
All right, but maybe tomorrow.
Tomorrow and Sunday we have.
Thank God, because if any game you're gonna miss in that series, it's this game.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I know we got a break, but listen to me. Tomorrow, it's at 1:10, and that's Perez and Medina.
Yeah.
That's the matchup I need.
I'm glad that you're one of the few that's calling this a World Series preview.
Perez and Medina, a CBS Sports radio show of the starting pitchers.
And then they're going to go pitch. You know, it really could be a World Series preview.
It could be.
When I say that is 100% an accurate statement.
I believe 144 wins still on the table for the A's.
You're 150. Yeah, as a matter of
fact.
No
wins.
Well, 56, 68. No, 100. What'd you say? 144 wins?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Your math is
my bad.
Off. Carry the 4.
Maybe it was 144 losses.
But 100 wins is still on the table for the A's.
Yeah.
100 wins still on the table. Plus, so stay tuned. Sactown Sports has all your coverage of the Oakland Athletics right here. We will take a break. When we come back, hey, speaking of baseball, safer out. A couple of teams that wish they could be the Marlins and A's. The Yankees and Dodgers begin a series tonight. Speaking of A's, they're stealing things. We'll let you know
Our
what.
hearts.
Yeah, exactly.
That can go so many places.
I know it can. And Max Scherzer is Max Scherzering. We'll explain what that is all about. Safer Out is next.
It's Cattles and Rami.
For me, what Jaylen Brown is, he's not an A. I would argue
he's a Robin,
down.
Not a Batman.
He's a Robin.
Yeah.
He's a heck of a Robin. He's a top 5 Robin in the league. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sending Robin out to take out the best villain, you know.
No, you need Batman.
Mr. Freeze.
You need Batman to get the Joker, right?
Absolutely.
You might send Robin after Scarecrow or
There
something.
you go.
You know what I mean?
Come on now. You're speaking on it.
So is Scarecrow Michael Porter Jr. in this scenario?
Cattles and Rami, weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 on Sactown Sports.
Everyone knows that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Kenny and Jerry here from Bell Brothers. And that's especially true when it comes to your air conditioning system.
A precision tune-up and professional cleaning costs a little bit up front, just $87, but will prevent much bigger, more expensive, and inconvenient problems later.
We actually replace systems all the time from people who don't get annual tune-ups. They either forget or they just don't realize it's important. So instead of their systems lasting 12 or more years like they should, they need to be replaced in just 6 or 7 years.
Don't risk it. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Call Bell Brothers for an $87 air conditioner precision tune-up today and keep your system clean, energy efficient, and in good working shape.
Our number is 916-444-1234 or find us online at thenosurpriseguys.com. That's 916-444-1234 or online at thenosurpriseguys.com.
No surprise guys, Bell Brothers.
As a roofer, I'm always on the go, so I need to be able to get things done from anywhere. That's why I partner with Beacon. With the new Beacon Pro Plus app, I've got the brands I depend on, like GAF, right at my fingertips. It's like having my Beacon rep in my pocket 24/7. I rely on Beacon because I never stop building, and neither do they. Now through June, purchase through Beacon Pro Plus and earn up to $1,500. Beacon, always building.
Hey guys, did you know June is Men's Health Month? Prioritize your health and address those issues you've been ignoring. Revive Men's Health Sacramento has guaranteed low T and ED solutions. Book your free exam and T-check today and save $199. And find out how you can get a free 1-month supply of custom ED medication. Call 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit revivemenshealth.com today.
Pain is not normal. Repeat, pain is not normal. Greetings, Sacramento. Doug Christie here with the Good Feet store. Does this sound familiar? It's the end of the workday and the pain in your feet, knees, hips, or back is unrelenting. Good Feet understands that you've likely already tried assorted remedies and solutions with no relief. And now you're pretty much resigned to living with the pain. But do not give in to the pain. Instead, come to the Good Feet store for their end-to-end 3-step arch support system. Good Feet is the nation's largest manufacturer and retailer of personalized arch supports. With arch supports in over 300 sizes, styles, and flexibilities, and an arch support specialist in each store. Come in today for a free no-obligation arch support fitting, then take them for a test walk around the store or around the center. Experience the comfort, balance, and support possible with the Good Feet system. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and now in Vacaville. Online at goodfeet.com.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines. Good morning and happy Friday with your Sactown Sports headlines. I'm Jay Mars. The Denver Nuggets last night played their very first NBA Finals game ever, and it went pretty well.
And Ball Arena ready to explode. The first Finals game in franchise history is a rousing success. Denver's 9-0 at home in the playoffs. They take game 1.
Two-time MVP Nikola Jokic finished the game with a 27-point, 10-rebound, and 14-assist triple-double. The Heat and Nuggets play Game 2 Sunday night in Denver. San Francisco 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy has progressed to throwing a football, this coming off of his injury in the NFC title game against the Eagles. And general manager John Lynch doesn't think his quarterback is a one-hit wonder.
Is it a flash in the pan or is it the real deal? As we've gone back and studied it, he played at a high level. You know, not only played within a system, made a lot of plays outside the system and by extending plays, and showed tremendous playmaking ability, showed a tremendous ability to run the system efficiently, effectively, push the ball downfield. So he just had an incredible first year.
The A's and Giants are back on the diamond as Oakland visits the Marlins, and the Orioles come into San Francisco for a 3-game series. All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
All right, safer out right now, and we can go major leagues here. I'll leave this up to you guys, though. Just want to remind everybody, Florida State women's softball 8-0 over Oklahoma State yesterday. 8-0 on 7 hits.
I heard trash cans.
We can spend the rest of the show breaking that down. I've got highlights, or maybe get into that in the final hour. I don't know.
Whatever you guess.
Huh? Oh, guests are lined.
Guess,
yeah, guests are lined up. For sure.
You got the outfielder I requested?
Yep. Got the outfielder, the catcher. They're actually going to be wearing the helmets with the face masks.
Nice.
Which I think is smart.
Why doesn't baseball do it?
We're men. We don't need masks.
You're exactly right. But come on, man. Be safe.
Or out.
Or out right now. Right now.
Safe or out. It's time to go around baseball. 3 pitches, 3 swings. It's safe or out on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
What you got for us there, guy?
Well, I got 3 questions since baseball gives you 3 outs.
Okay.
The Yankees and the Dodgers begin a series tonight in L.A. Safe or out, the Yankees and Dodgers will finally meet again in this year's World Series for the first time since 1981.
Well, let's take a look. The New York Yankees are currently 34-24, 6 back of the Rays, but firmly in the postseason. And then you have the Los Angeles Dodgers. This is true or false? Is this really the surprise of the season so far that we are almost 60 games into it and the Dodgers and Diamondbacks are tied for first in the West?
Big Diamondbacks fan.
Yeah, didn't have that one.
As a Dodger fan who was going into it with the idea that this was one of those quote-unquote gap years.
Yeah.
Yes, very surprising.
I would say so, but I'm going to go ahead and listen. I'm going out on a limb here. 57 games gone, 105 left.
There he goes, Jason, just throwing cold water all over our.
Just going on a limb here. I think the Dodgers are going to win the West.
Wow.
Just going out on a limb.
Never mind. It was warm water.
Yeah,
it felt good.
lot of season left. I think.
So they get to the World Series and facing the Yankees?
No.
You idiot.
Ouch. Ouch. One of those teams could very well. It's just the odds in general.
Take the field, right?
I'll take the field 100%.
I'm with you too. Rays. Everybody's pushing for this all the time, seemingly. Well, how great would it be if the Yankees and Dodgers? That'd be fun. Sure.
By everyone, do you mean MLB?
Probably.
MLB and you too.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep. And no, I don't think it's going to happen. They'll have a fun weekend in LA. They'll have it. It's all over ESPN and all that. But yeah,
it's going to be the Rays and Padres. Everyone knows that. How funny would that be if it was the Rays and Padres? We
got the Padres doing anyway.
How are they doing?
Yeah,
they suck.
Yeah, they're the Padres.
They're behind the Giants.
They're 26-30. They're 2 games behind the Giants and 3 ahead of the Rockies.
Bob Melvin can only manage the A's.
Was Bob Melvin the problem here in Oakland?
Clearly.
Was he overrated the whole time?
Clearly.
We'll talk about that at 8 o'clock.
The A's won despite Bob Melvin.
Number 2.
Safe or out?
It has been 35 years since someone has stolen 80 bases in a major league season. Oakland A's center fielder Esteury Ruiz right now is on pace to steal 80 bags. Safe or out? He will make it to 80.
I'm going to go out because he's an A.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he'll get.
Come on.
He'll be at 79 and then traded.
Traded, benched, demoted, hurt. He'll just retire. There's a lot of stuff on the table. Yeah. I would like to point this out.
Bless you.
How many bags does he have? 40?
He's not there yet. He's
sorry.
28 or 29.
Okay. Oh, he's
on
on
his pace for 80.
So he's at like 28, 29 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone want to take a crack at the number that led major leagues last year?
Like 30 something.
52.
John Bertie of the Miami Marlins led Major League Baseball with 41 stolen bases.
Huh.
So this is, listen, all snark about baseball aside, this is actually one of my favorite stories of the year so far. The A's are a trash fire. We all know that. Everything going on here. And here you have this kid that's just quietly doing something that we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
In order to steal bases, you got to get on base.
Good point.
Everything's happening around him. I miss the days. I miss the day. Ricky's the one we always go to, but I miss Vince Coleman. I miss Delino DeShields.
Tim Raines.
Marquise Grissom, Tim Raines. Like, stolen bases used to be one of the most exciting things in baseball.
Yeah.
And last year, and you had Vince Coleman stealing 100-plus bases a year.
Ricky all the time.
And now 41 stolen bases led. That's just
game has changed.
It has changed so much. I personally hate it. But
yeah, I think it's out too. Unfortunately, something will either happen to him or the A's will do something weird. But I'm rooting for him.
100%.
A lot of negativity here this morning.
Well,
I'm really
I like
feeling
to
it.
think that's a positive.
Facts.
We're all over the story. We love it. We're rooting for him.
We don't believe in you, kid.
We don't believe in your team.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Safe or out?
Max Scherzer is, quote, frustrated at how strictly MLB is enforcing clock rules. Safe or out, MLB is right to be strict on the clock.
They're safe. We talked about this yesterday when we talked about NBA referees. And, like, call everything. And the players will figure it out. I understand. I know that Scherzer's kind of a red ass, and I know
kinda
he is. Well, he's not like on a scale of 1 to Bumgardner. He's like an 8.
That's pretty high.
That is pretty high. But let me say this, especially with veteran players, pitchers, especially guys that have had some success. I understand that when a massive, massive change is made, there's going to be growing pains. I understand his frustration. I understand the frustration of a lot of pitchers, especially in a game where mentality and rhythm is incredibly important. I get it, but you've got to stay the course. It's like being a parent. Like, you can't be inconsistent with consequences and punishments for your kids. You can't say, here's the rules, and sometimes I'll enforce them, and sometimes I don't. That's the worst possible thing you could do. Same thing for Scherzer. If the umpires go one way or the other every once in a while, that's even worse. And what do they always say, Jason? Pitchers, hitters, they all say the same thing about umpires. Put your strike zone where your strike zone's going to be.
Right.
But it better be a strike in the 8th inning if it's a strike in the 1st inning.
Consistency.
Same concept.
Yeah, I think if you have these rules, you have to implement them and apply them. And that's it. You can be upset with the rules, but not with them. Hey, why are you being so strict with this? This is what Major League Baseball decided on.
Yep.
Everyone else is playing under the same parameters. Get over it, Max.
Get over it, Max. So that's a safe from both.
That's a safe.
That is a big safe. You, Jay?
Safe.
Yeah.
Especially because he left the Dodgers.
Got it. Wow. Got to enforce those
Agenda.
rules. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, but look, it's a good one.
Yeah, well, in the meantime, this happened.
Hit in the air out to deep right field. That ball starting to travel at the wall and gone! Matt Chapman sinks it into the second deck. The Blue Jays have their second home run of the inning and a 3-0 jump on Milwaukee.
It was uncalled for.
I had 30 seconds, and Matt Chapman's a friend of the show.
It was uncalled for.
What are you talking about? It's not a show.
Just
we love Matt Chapman.
taking the A's fan that's listening right now.
That's not about
and
A's.
rubbing their face in Matt Chapman's cleats.
That's not about
right.
That's leaving a mark.
I'm saying.
Wow. We're Matt Chapman fans.
Well,
he thanked us on the show for his career one time. I believe you were here. Were you here for that?
Yeah.
Yeah. See? How can you not like that?
He's here for Carmichael Dave.
Carmichael Dave. Thank you, Marcotte. Is that why they're struggling?
Yeah.
Because the manager doesn't know names. By the way, from the
I didn't even think about that.
Put in the wrong lineups.
So we know Melvin and Kotze both just.
Yes. Well, no, Melvin signed to baseball. That was nice. Melvin was always very nice.
For who?
For me. I did. Jason was there. I didn't ask. I just told him that I used to try to mimic his stance as a catcher when he was backing up Bob Brenly for the Giants when I was catching in Little League. Melvin had not a Tony Pena stance, but a very unique stance. And, 5 minutes later, he brings up a baseball. I was like, oh,
and then 5 minutes later, I used it for BP.
Yes, we went outside, tossed it around. Jason hit it over the fence, dead center.
Oh, you went and had a catch.
Yeah, we went and had a catch. We'll take a break.
No pepper or fence ball.
Speaking of having a catch, Brandon Ayuk plans on having a lot more of those.
Oh,
this
really
year.
nice.
I'm just saying. Brock Purdy news, and it's good.
Purdy.
And Trey Lance is impressive, according to this person. We'll get to that next.
Sactown Sports is Sacramento's new home for the San Francisco 49ers.
It feels awesome. We deserve this. Let's go, Niners!
Purdy.
Purdy going to throw, and it is Kittle in the back of the end zone.
Samuel.
Debo 10. Debo. Touchdown!
And McCaffrey.
Touchdown! C-A
MC.
They all live here on Sactown Sports.
Your official home for 49ers football.
At Ashton & Price, over the last 25 years, we've won just about every injury case you can think of. Slip and fall, falling merchandise, fell through rotted decking, we won those. Dangerous stairs, falls into holes, dog bites, won them. Injured while pedestrian or on a bicycle, auto, motorcycle, big rig, company vehicle, Uber, or Lyft accident, we've won them all. And the best news is there's no fee until you win. So no matter how you got injured,
remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
For a business to thrive, there needs to be a constant stream of new customers. This happens through strong lead generation. Did you know that lead generation is one of the most important tools of any marketing campaign? Let us help you identify your target audience and market your products and services to them. To get started today, contact aimyourdigital.com. That's aimyourdigital.com and start seeing results today.
When you're ready to get properly fitted for golf clubs, join the thousands of Northern California golfers who visited the indoor-outdoor Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio. Players of all abilities found the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio offers answers to questions about golf club fitting. You'll find a professional staff of fitters, major equipment brands, and cutting-edge technology featuring TrackMan. See for yourself at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio, Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway. Call 916-808-2531 to schedule your fitting. 808-2531 for longer, straighter drives.
Staples has everything you need to help run your small business. Shipping supplies and services to help move orders out the door. Print and marketing services so you can print signs, banners, and presentations fast. And now during Staples Small Business Deal Days, you save 50% when you buy any combination of 5 or more boxes, mailers, and shipping tubes. Plus, find new deals for small business in-store every week. Keep your business running right and safe at Staples. Offer valid in-store, online order pickup, and Instacart. Exclusions apply. Not valid in Concord, New Hampshire location. Prices may vary. N71.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-330-1991. That's 1-800-330-1991. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-330-1991. SelectQuote. We shop, you save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
Perhaps a new rejoiner. Welcome back. Off-air, on-air conversations are always fun. I prefer on air. I prefer on record. I prefer John Lynch of the San Francisco 49ers talking about Brock Purdy.
Is it a flash in the pan or is it the real deal? As we've gone back and studied it, he played.
I just say, like, how hilarious would it be if he was like, it's probably a flash in the pan.
Yeah,
but we're
after
going to
we
write
studied it, we looked at its flash.
Yeah, it's a flash in the pan. We there's a reason why he was picked last, guys. Okay, we've already gotten more out of his career than we ever expected.
Everything we look at him as kind of irrelevant.
Question for both of you. There's more to this statement here, but now I'm thinking, honest to God, I know the answer here, but it's just fun to think about. Is Brock Purdy already playing on house money?
Yeah.
Right? Like for the rest of his career. He's already on he hasn't played a full season. He's on house. Now I know the goalposts change.
That's where I'm at. I think the
know.
goalposts changed dramatically.
It's like Tom Brady's whole career.
Money. But true or false, though, honest to God, no matter what Brock Purdy does, can't we say he overachieved in his NFL career?
Sure.
What if he plays 4 more games and goes 0 of 30 with 30 interceptions and never plays again?
You couldn't call him a bust.
You can't call him a bust.
I don't know. 0 for 30 with 30 interceptions.
After expectations that were built. Look, you have a Super Bowl team and people confirm that he's the guy.
Yes.
Then you got people losing their jobs, though.
Yeah.
Besides him.
I don't think he's playing with house money at this point.
Wow. I don't think they expected any. What was the over-under on touchdowns thrown in his career when he was drafted? Half?
46.
Please.
Well, we also, I mean, it's not that long ago, and I know what we think about Brock Purdy now, but, Trey Lance already got hurt, and then the minute Jimmy G got hurt, I mean, literally, it was like the season's over.
Season's over.
Brock Purdy's, what?
Purdy.
Like, they're done.
Yeah.
They've got to get another quarterback.
Didn't they have another quarterback at some point last year and let him go? Why am I forgetting the name?
Weren't they talking about Ben Roethlisberger?
They talked to him.
Yeah.
I thought it was like,
besides,
some like journeyman lame-o. Like not.
No, I thought it was Lance Garoppolo and Purdy.
On the roster.
Actually, no, that was his name, Journeyman Lame-o.
Journeyman Lame-o was his, yeah.
You know what's hilarious is that as much as we talk about how good Brock Purdy was and all of that, I think it gets lost on people how much better he was than Jimmy Garoppolo. Like, he was significantly better.
More handsome?
No, but
what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Like, he was way better than Jimmy Garoppolo.
The team was definitely played. The offense definitely moved better.
He was better.
He's
a game manager.
Yeah, he's a game manager. He's Alex Smith.
Yeah. Alex Garoppolo.
Are you a Purdy truther?
I'm not so much a Purdy.
A Garoppolo
No, I'm a Garoppolo truther. Like, telling the actual truth about Jimmy Garoppolo.
Can that be a hater too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me give you the.
Well, is it hate if it's true? If my hate is rooted in truth,
I see a winner.
It's really funny because in this whole quarterback carousel,
real quick, but depending on which part of Jimmy G's life you're talking about, I do as well.
I was had one time. I was one date, and he's labeled.
Was it
now.
Successful?
We don't know.
Well, he's got another offer, so it must have been.
Good point.
So I love how it's so funny when you talk about the quarterback carousel in San Francisco, and just how we talked about this yesterday, how there are 3 quarterbacks and 3 very unique yet incredibly interesting stories. They all have compelling stories, but I think Purdy still has the best one. He wasn't a number 3 pick,
right?
But he's going up against 2 number 3 picks, and he's QB1 right now.
Yeah.
And John Lynch backed that up.
Is it a flash in the pan or is it the real deal? As we've gone back and studied it, he played at a high level. Not only played within a system, made a lot of plays outside the system and by extending plays, and showed tremendous playmaking ability, showed a tremendous ability to run the system efficiently, effectively, push the ball downfield. So he just had an incredible first year.
Hey, I mean, that's pretty high praise from your general manager.
Yeah, for sure.
It's really high praise from your general manager. And you never know with John and Shanahan. It's funny. Like, we should take them at face value, but we also know they're both incredibly media savvy. Now, I don't think I don't think John's lying, but you hear one thing about Purdy and then, oh my God, Trey Lance, and Sam Darnold's really like they do really a good job at keeping us all guessing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's by design.
Yeah, I think it is too. It's always a way of that football is. For some reason, coaches just don't want to let anybody know who's in.
Oh.
But I think this is going to be a fun preseason storyline, intrigue. And that's the part is all that we're going to be able to watch is every snap that's available to us on TV, right?
Right.
Hey, I thought Lance was the better QB today. Oh, no, did you see what Darnold did? But it's going to be all about also those practice reps, the stuff that we don't see.
Brandon Ayuk is very, very excited for this season. Brandon Ayuk said, quote, "I'm going to take off this season." I'm very excited for Brandon Ayuk too.
Yeah.
Brandon Ayuk was almost out of here a year ago. Brandon Ayuk was buried almost a year ago. And he has managed, and the things you hear, Jason, from around there, the things you hear is that the work ethic's there, the professionalism is there, that there's something different about this guy, and you started to see it last year, and he's really, really developing into a world-class receiver.
Another weapon that this team is just filled with them. So, I mean, I think it becomes one of those things that On a week-to-week basis, I think there's so many different guys for the Niners that can go off. That's a good thing. But can any of them have the type of year where, Ayuk, Kittle, Debo, McCaffrey lead in those categories, or is it just too much to be shared? I mean, I think that's also what makes them great, is that Ayuk this weekend could have 3 touchdowns and 180, and it's like, man, that guy was the player of the game. But then the next week, 4 catches for 36 yards. And not being bad, it's just they're so balanced.
I'm blown away every time I look at the depth chart. Like, you're exactly right. It's a blessing and a curse. And we talk about this in the NBA all the time, being the guy like Paolo Banchero, or being somebody that
who's going to get numbers.
Yeah, who do you double? That you have Christian McCaffrey, who is still arguably the best 2-way player in the game. We don't need to go down the road of Debo Samuel. He's Debo Samuel. Right. Brandon Ayuk now busted 1,000 yards last year. Oh, by the way, here's George Kittle. Kyle Juszczyk's there for whatever if you want it. That's just on offense.
Yeah,
like they're and by the way,
and then there's always someone like Jennings or someone else.
Jennings. It is a blessing and a curse, because it is tough to see anybody having this crazy breakout record style year, because you got a lot of mouths to feed.
Yeah.
And that, again, is where having that quarterback is so vital. But there's no – I'm sorry, man. Apologies to Andy Reid and the Chiefs, but there is no offense better tailored for quarterbacks than the 49ers. And the only thing I'm saying about the Chiefs, the current world champions, is nothing disrespectful. The 49ers skill positions are better than the Chiefs skill positions. And I don't think it's particularly close. The difference is Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
That you look at who the Chiefs are starting versus who the Niners are starting at skill positions. It's not close. Isaiah Pacheco, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Kadarius Toney, Sky Moore, Travis Kelce.
Right.
That's the one.
Yeah.
And it's a big one, but Travis Kelce is not that much better than George Kittle to make up for Isaiah. No offense to Isaiah Pacheco,
right, but not the rest of the weapons.
He ain't Christian McCaffrey.
Right.
But then you throw Patrick Mahomes in there, the best quarterback in the world, and that makes a difference. We'll take a break. When we come back, our first look at the NBA Finals last night. Denver up 1-0. A lot of familiar and celebrity-ish, nope, not even a word, faces in the building, and we will find a way, as we always do, to tie that to the Sacramento Kings. We'll do that next.
Check out the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sactown Sports. Get the latest on equipment, area courses, people who play the great game, and plenty of good conversations about golf. It's the Golf to Go Hour every week with Frank LaRosa on Sactown Sports. Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, America's most awarded golf facility. Nature Wood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality.
All new spring deals are here at Lowe's. Start planting your garden this weekend with Bonnie 11.8-ounce vegetables. Buy 4 for $10. Plus, liven up your patios and decks with fresh blooms. Select 1.5-gallon hanging baskets or 2 for $20. Lowe's knows spring. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 5/17. In-store only. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. While supplies last, excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Arnold Law Firm.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Welcome to your Friday. We're out the door to a comfortable start to the day. Into the afternoon, we'll be bright and sunny out there with light winds. Expect highs today to peak in the upper 80s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
The Arnold Law Firm has seen how a collision can turn anyone's life upside down in a heartbeat. So remember to be a little more alert on the road and stay safe. The Arnold Law Firm, providing real justice for you since 1975. Call 916-777-7777.
Carmichael Dave here. Spring here. Long, cold, rainy winter behind us. And I know you're counting the days until summer, but don't wait until it's hot to make sure your air conditioning is working efficiently and safely. Get ahead of the problem with a $49 AC tune-up from my friends at American Energy Heat and Air. Nothing worse than having your AC go out when it's hot outside. Get a tune-up today to make sure you and your family are comfortable and cool in your home for the hot summer months that are right around the corner. Give them a call at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. Or schedule your appointment online like I did last year around this time at AmericanEnergyAir.com. Don't wait till that AC goes out. Call my friends today, 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Big savings are back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Now through Memorial Day, lower interest rates at Folsom Lake Honda make for lower payments. It's no wonder Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop. Come in today or check our entire inventory online at folsomlakehonda.com.
Get an instant cash offer for your trade at folsomlakehonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Many driving ranges have turned to hitting mats, with many of them using mats year-round. But according to golf top 100 teacher Martin Chuck, hitting off mats can give you a false sense of security, giving you the impression that you're a decent ball striker. There are a couple of ways to make sure you get the most out of your practice, and he shares them in Golf Magazine. First, approach the ball with purpose. Treat every shot like you would on the course. Stand behind the ball and visualize what you want the ball to do. Then walk in and go through the same routine you use during a round on the golf course. Second, try the towel drill. To make certain you aren't skipping the club head into the ball, place the towel a few inches behind the ball and try not to hit the towel on the downswing. This will help promote ball-first contact. If you disturb the towel, then you know you're hitting the ground too early. Ball-first contact is imperative. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Listen to Oakland A's baseball on the weekends all season long right here on Sactown Sports, beginning with the pregame show brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the next generation network.
Selling your home can be stressful. Scott Marsh here to tell you about Bridgehaven Homes. They are a local home buying company that offers homeowners an easier way to sell their home. Let Shane and his team at bridgehavenhomes.com take that stress away. Bridgehaven Homes gives you an all-cash offer for your home, no matter what the condition, within 24 hours. You pick the date you wish to close and sell on your terms. No repairs, no showings, and no realtor commissions. Call 916-299-6040 or bridgehavenhomes.com.
Life is uncertain. It's okay to feel stressed, anxious, worried, or frustrated. CalHope can help. Access CalHope's free and secure mental health resources today. Call or text 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios. KHTKAM Sacramento. KYMX HD2 Sacramento. Sacramento's official home for the San Francisco 49ers.
Touchdown! San Francisco!
Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
Good morning and happy Friday with your Sactown Sports headlines. I'm Jay Mars. The Denver Nuggets last night played their very first NBA Finals game ever, and it went pretty well.
And Ball Arena ready to explode. The first Finals game in franchise history is a rousing success. Denver's 9-0 at home in the playoffs. They take game one.
Two-time MVP Nikola Jokic finished the game with a 27-point, 10-rebound, and 14-assist triple-double. The Heat and Nuggets play Game 2 Sunday night in Denver. San Francisco 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy has progressed to throwing a football, this coming off of his injury in the NFC title game against the Eagles. And general manager John Lynch doesn't think his quarterback is a one-hit wonder.
Is it a flash in the pan or is it the real deal? As we've gone back and studied it, he played at a high level. You know, not only played within a system, made a lot of plays outside the system and by extending plays, and showed tremendous playmaking ability, showed a tremendous ability to run the system efficiently, effectively, push the ball downfield. So he just had an incredible first year.
The A's and Giants are back on the diamond as Oakland visits the Marlins, and the Orioles come into San Francisco for a 3-game series. All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
All right. Getting to the NBA Finals, Game 1. 3 for Madness. Brought to you by Fire Wings in the next segment. But now it's time for a new segment I like to call Mystery Audio for Jason and Jay. Name this person. We haven't heard from, I haven't heard this guy talk in a while. Let's see how long it takes you to get it.
I started making money when I was 14.
Yeah, with basketball.
With basketball.
Yeah.
Money was like monthly, like salary.
Yeah, like a salary.
But still, it was 14 years old.
Yeah.
Why? Then you started getting better every time, and then you, 16 years old, you sign a professional deal.
Yeah.
I was able to buy my own car.
At 16?
16, 17.
Any guesses yet? Because you're about to get a huge clue.
Okay, wait. Can you play? Just I think I had it at the end. Can you play part of it again?
Yeah.
Deal.
Yeah.
I was able to buy my own car.
Yeah.
At 16?
16, 17.
I've got it.
Jason Ross.
Former King?
It's a former King.
I'm going to lock in my answer.
Yeah?
Hito Turkoglu.
Jay, do you have a guess?
I was leaning Hito, but I'm not 100% on it.
You stick with your okay, so you're not 100%. You're saying Hito.
I'm going to stick with that for now.
All right, let's see here.
You know, like in 19 years old, I signed a deal, the biggest deal in Turkish basketball history.
Dennis Cantor.
I haven't heard Hito's voice. Now, I'm very aware of, the Hito-y things that have gone on over the year, but I haven't heard Hito talk in forever. He's visiting with Quentin Richardson and Darius Miles. They do a podcast, which I kind of like, because remember when they came in the league? Yeah, that was the thing. Now they're doing a podcast. Yeah. And Hito was visiting, and it's interesting if you get a chance. It's on there. It's the Players Tribune, and I've heard part of it. But just Hito talking about, like, at 14, I was making cash at 16, and then he goes on to talk about, he signed like a 3-year, $12 million deal at 16 or whatever, 17, Crazy. And he had to give a bunch of it back to come to America and obviously play for the Sacramento Kings. But where he did not play was last night in the playoffs. Playoffs. Hey, how about those Denver Nuggets? They are 3 wins now.
Yes, they are.
3
closing in.
Wins away from a world championship. And Jamal Murray leading the way.
Green moves off of that, back over to Murray. Head fake on the 3 and a step back 3. Good. 10-point lead for Denver, their big lead of the night.
I know we have 3 for Madness. We'll see how we did coming up later on in the program. I know that Jay and I were both riding on
3 in the key.
What'd I say? 3 for Madness?
You did.
The older I get, the stupider I get. 3 in the key. That's just a fact. We were both riding high on Michael Porter Jr. He had a 3-pointer.
Pass down low to Christian, back over to Porter for 3. Got it again. That's his second one.
Mm-hmm. Nikola Jokic had, for much of the first quarter, I will say, had like 2 points. I think at one point,
on like one field goal attempt, or I don't even know if he had. I think his first 2 were free throws.
I know at one point he had 8 points and was 1 of 2 from the field. They obviously, Miami obviously was like, you know what, we're not gonna let you score thing,
right?
And we're gonna take Nikola Jokic's offense out of the equation and
but
see
they
what.
Didn't.
And they didn't. He had before the half, he had 10 assists. I think he had, I don't know if he had 5 or 6 boards, something like that. And Nikola Jokic, the 3-point shooter.
Gets a pick from Jokic, turns the corner, throws out of it to Joker, got to shoot it for 3. Got it right at the horn. 71-55 Denver.
And had his triple-double early in the fourth.
Guarded by Nikola Jokic. He gets to the dotted line. Jump shot, no good. Rebound, Joker. And there's a triple-double from Nikola Jokic, the second player in NBA history to debut in the NBA Finals with a triple-double. Jason Kidd, the only other one to do that.
Mm-hmm. Final call closer than you thought, but Not closer on the scoreboard. Not exactly.
And Ball Arena ready to explode. The first finals game in franchise history is a rousing success. Denver's 9-0 at home in the playoffs. They take game 1.
So we mentioned it earlier, Coach Mike Malone. Of course, because he's Coach Malone, he's gonna find an issue or two.
Okay.
In the game.
We have to close games out. We're up 21 to start that fourth quarter.
Okay,
they open up with a quick 8-0 run. Turnover, layup. We missed a few open shots against the zone, give up some threes. So in the finals, man, you can't pick and choose when you want to play. We got to play much closer to 48 minutes.
I want to go to George Karl on Twitter yesterday, a tweet that caught my eye after the game. He said, Steph Curry and Nikola Jokic are the two most transformative players of the last 15 years. A 6'2" point guard who shoots better than anyone before him, and a 7-foot giant who distributes the ball as well as the best guards in the league. I would not have believed these unicorns existed a couple decades ago. And
I've heard that take.
The way he put it, and the only thing I disagree with is 15 years. I think we're looking at the two biggest unicorns in the history of the NBA that are playing right now. And I know there's hyperbole there.
Yeah.
But I'd ask for pushback. Steph Curry reinvented the position and does things with his size or lack thereof that nobody has ever done.
I don't think you could make that statement without including Magic Johnson as a 6'9" point guard. That was unheard of.
Yeah.
And it's still kind of unheard of.
I'm not saying no other unicorns existed, but no. I mean, listen, at that level, but we've had Ben Simmons was a 6'10" point
But
guard.
you're saying transformed the league. Magic Johnson
transformed the
league.
league. He did. But let me ask you this. You think Magic Johnson transformed his position more than Steph Curry?
Well, I think Steph, to me, would be the one, I don't know how any other way to say this, but the common person could most try to replicate.
Yes.
Doesn't mean they're even going to come close to doing it. But you, me, and Jay could spend hours upon hours upon hours upon hours upon hours upon hours shooting, and we'd get better. We won't be Steph Curry.
No.
But the physical traits that a guy like Jokic or Magic Johnson have, people just can't. Not that many people will ever have that. And then also the skills that they possessed.
And that's
like we all could shoot the basketball.
Correct.
Okay, now we're talking like levels here.
Well, that's where I think Steph Curry is, again, he's the greatest to ever do it based on what he has to work with.
Yeah, and even to the level like, when Mason's playing now. I mean, I bet there are more kids out there that are shooting threes like from an area where you're going like, why are you even shooting that?
That's
because they've seen that on TV. They're like, well, I can shoot it. Yes, you can.
Right.
Same reason why the guy that was a center on your high school team wanted to be a point guard.
That's exactly right. Everybody wants to do that. Now, the whole take about how Steph Curry's ruined youth basketball, I've always loved that conversation because I think it's accurate, but for the wrong reasons people say. It has nothing to do with Steph. It's not his fault. Steph Curry is fantastic. The problem, as we've said before, is that there's one Steph Curry, yet and my son's team, I'm glad you brought that up. There's a kid on that team, and obviously I won't name names, not that you know him, but I want to call a little kid out.
Bryce. It's
Bryce. Totally is, Jay. You got it.
It's Bryson, but anyways.
Shoot the ball, man. Well, no, don't.
I saw this kid at least 4 times this year pass up clear layups and dribble out to the 3-point line and turn around and launch one.
Analytics, three's worth more than 2.
Right. It's just that everyone wants to be Steph. You see these kids taking shots from 10 feet behind the arc. Point being, and then Jokic, who does have height and weight, he's not the unspecimen that Curry is. But what we're seeing with Jokic is something, there's no comparison to him.
I think that someone said this on Twitter, and I think it's so accurate, is have you ever tried to play in flip-flops basketball?
I actually have, not many times, but at younger,
Jokic looks like he's playing in flip-flops.
It looks like he could.
Doesn't miss.
Yeah. Well, and not miss. Like, I think Van Gundy said it during the broadcast. He was so right. He goes, when did he make the wrong decision tonight? Like, none.
Right.
And so it's a double team with 2 bigs, 2 smalls, a triple team, single coverage. He makes the right read. It seems like 100% of the time. Now, it's probably not accurate, but when does he make a mistake? Now, he'll miss a shot. I mean, I'm not talking about that. But Oh, you're going to double me from this angle? Okay, Porter's open. There was one yesterday where it looked like everything was covered, and he skipped it over the top of everybody, maybe to Bruce Brown in the corner for a 3. I'm like, I don't even think that there was an angle there for him to see him.
He's a supercomputer.
He is.
His vision is unparalleled.
How much? And it's funny because the team, Denver overall just doesn't make mistakes.
No.
That's a good point.
Like they are just so efficient and so accurate. Everything they do on the offensive end. I just wonder how much of that is Jokic and how much of that is just the coaching and the discipline that Mike Malone has instilled in that team, including Jokic.
Yes, I think the answer to that is yes.
Well, I know the answer is yes.
It's
I'm just
chicken
wondering
and
what's the percentage.
I really think that Michael Malone and his system have been fantastic for Nikola Jokic, and at the same time, Nikola Jokic makes Michael Malone look fantastic.
Yeah. And then the reps that they've now had together back to keeping a team together, the continuity. I mean, if Miami's defending and thinking about defending a two-man game of Murray and Jokic, yeah, they might have some times where they get a success out of it.
Sure.
But those two guys have had that play so many times together, and now that Murray is so lethal again, it just seems like it's unguardable.
It's absolutely silly and I don't know how it's beatable. I
don't think it is.
I don't right? How do you beat this? Nikola Jokic, incidentally, in the playoffs so far, 16 games, is averaging. Is that right? Has he played 16 games? Yeah. 29.8 points, 13.1 boards, 10.5 assists, a block, a little over a steal on 54, 48, 79 splits. Last night he had what am I okay in calling it a casual 27, 14, and 10, if that's even possible?
On a game where I didn't think he was a high volume shooter, had 27, was still what 14 assists?
He was 8 of 12.
I was gonna say he had 12 field
8
goal
of 12.
Yeah.
On 60, 50, 83 splits. If it sounds like
I feel like everything he does is casual. I think that's kind of the problem.
100%.
He gets 19 boards. It's a casual 19 boards if he gets them. If he gets 15 assists, it's a casual 15 assists. If he has 50 plus points, it's casual.
If it sounds
everything he does is casual.
If it sounds like we're slobbering over Nikola Jokic and going overboard on Nikola Jokic, it's because that's the story. We're witnessing it. Enjoy it in the moment. Enjoy what you're seeing. We'll take a break when we come back. 3 for Madness. What a great night for Eric Armstead. Josh McDaniels is high. And is Tom Brady coming back? We have audio. We'll do it next.
It's Cattles and Rami.
For me, what Jaylen Brown is, he's not a name. I would argue
he's a Robin,
down.
not a Batman.
He's a Robin. Yeah. He's a heck of a Robin. He's a top 5 Robin in the league. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sending Robin out to take out the best villain.
No, you need Batman.
Mr. Freeze. You need Batman
to get the Joker. Right?
Absolutely.
You might send Robin after Scarecrow or
there
something.
You go.
You know what I mean?
Come on now. You're speaking on it.
So is Scarecrow Michael Porter Jr. in this scenario?
Cattles and Rami, weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 on Sactown Sports.
When they're investigating, we can't stop watching. This month on BritBox, sit back, relax, and enjoy watching the detectives. Discover Britain's most bingeable mysteries, including the brand new season of Grace, the hit series based on the books by best-selling author Peter James. Unwind with the detectives you could watch all night long. Stream them all now exclusively on BritBox. Endlessly intriguing. Start your free trial at BritBox.com.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
But do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
Sure wish we had a sponsor for 3 for Madness, Jay.
Well, you just love being surprised on a Friday, don't you? You love it.
I love surprises.
Let me give you an early weekend present.
It's Special Treat Friday. Do you have one?
I do, and that we have a sponsor. And you're going to like these guys. They're called Fire Wings.
Oh, that sounds great.
So get this.
Yum.
They do wings.
Okay.
Bone in and boneless.
Yeah.
They got 21 different flavors to choose from.
Isn't that too many?
No.
Wow.
Just right.
Just the right amount of flavors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they also have really good seasoned fries.
Yeah. Tots,
Very
I heard.
true.
Yeah.
Now
I love Tots. Big Tot Hive.
Now all they need is a good catchphrase.
I got one. Let's see.
Okay,
I came up with this right off the top of my head.
Try it out.
Fire wings.
Uh-huh.
Just wing it.
Wow. Like wing it like chicken wing.
Can't get nothing past you. I tried.
Okay, well, you're on a roll.
Thank you.
Much like the Nashville chicken sandwiches are. 3 for madness. Thank you. They're on a roll.
Oh, yeah.
Question 1.
Most of us call it a bun, but that's
You're
fine.
a bun.
Eric Armstead was given a key to the city yesterday by Sacramento Mayor Darrell Steinberg.
He was.
Congrats to friend of the show, Eric Armstead.
Yeah, good for him.
Now, gentlemen, if you were given a key to the city, what would you want to open up and lock as well? Dave, I am terrified at your answer.
So, talking buildings, right?
Well,
anything
whatever.
you
It's the
want.
key to the city. It's like the metaphor, but what do you get into and out of?
Isn't there only one? I'm sure there's a lot of answers, but I was gonna say Golden One Center.
You already have that key, though.
Yeah, I do. It's a card.
Welcome, Dave.
There's like 20% of you that believes me on that.
Yeah. It's a 17%.
Honestly, I would probably. I want to say Top Golf, but I can't, right? Because that's not
Roseville.
Sacramento. You know what? Give me a key to the Hagen Oaks driving range. That's what I would do because they have
it always open.
They have the stats. Oh, damn it! It is.
It's a golf course. You can get on at any time.
All right, I'm going back to Golden One Center then.
Yeah.
I can go there, shoot baskets, do my
At
thing,
any time.
crack into the food, watch a concert, hang out in the suites.
I think that's the answer.
Right?
I mean, what does one do with the key to the city?
It
Go
opens,
to the state capitol
Yeah.
and see all the
Open the city.
skeletons.
It opens every door, non-residential, but every business door within the city limits. That's one of the requirements they have to have. So there's a lot of trust that's involved. Also, what
I thought the answer was fire wings.
Not gonna lie,
Go in there at any time.
yeah,
That's the best part. There's several locations.
yeah. There's so many locations that are open all the time, and that's kind of like the whole Hagen Oaks thing. Like they're open all the time.
Yeah.
I can't do that. Be a bank. Just roll in there and take cash.
I need some money.
Does the key come with an ATM card?
Also, is it still like a little? It looked like a little actual key.
It did.
Do you put it on a ring? Like
I
a
think
key
you
ring?
Put it in
Yeah.
a shadow box.
That's when you can't lose.
No. That I want to put it in one of those things where like it magnets it and so like it rotates while it's
Oh.
floating. Do you just if you have a key to the city, do you display it?
Yeah.
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 I mean,
Yeah.
what else do you do? You don't put that in a drawer or hide it.
Do you make it?
You put it on your actual keychain and just use.
Do you make it?
You go around different buildings in the city, try it out. It doesn't work.
You make it. What about making it into like a necklace?
Mm.
Just wear it to parties
Yeah.
or a ring. Just standing straight up. As
Hey,
a key.
you know what you call it?
Keyring.
Damn it, Jason!
Uh-huh.
Beat me to the punch.
I don't have a keychain anymore.
You know?
I haven't used keys in a couple years now. I have 0 keys.
Wow, I wonder why.
No, I don't. I don't have any.
No,
keys.
I know.
What? That's the way to go,
It's in
dude.
your backpack.
It's all good, upper middle class.
Oh, please. Question.
Front row of life.
Question 2.
Question 2.
Raiders head coach Josh McDaniels recently said he has, quote, no anxiety over the Raiders quarterback situation. Should he?
Yeah, but he's high. I'm just going with that. Josh McDaniels is high.
Perpetually.
Just perpetually high. Like, I don't have any anxiety. Okay. So do you not care about winning games? Because right now, Brian Hoyer is your starting quarterback.
Brian Hoyer.
Yeah. Look, maybe Josh McDaniels knows something we don't. Maybe he is. Look, I would have anxiety if I was Josh McDaniels and Jimmy Garoppolo was healthy. And that's not the case. And you're sitting on going into the season with Aiden O'Connell, Chase Garbers, and Brian Hoyer.
Sounds like the Niners quarterback.
Dude, yeah, exactly the same. Like you're not anxious. You're not good. Josh McDaniels is a garbage fire of a coach, of a head coach.
Wow.
And I hope Raider fans are. I'm upset, and I'm not even a Raider.
You're
fan.
anxious.
I am. I'm anxious because They suck, and they're wasting years. And it's only a matter of time before Devontae Adams wants out. If they think it's one of those,
I think Devontae Adams already wants out.
I agree with you.
Maybe he should quarterback.
They've passed up opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. It's just silly and stupid. So, yeah, he's not anxious. Yeah, okay, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, I think also the fact that he says, unless he's one of those guys like, whatever happens, happens. Well, whatever happens is you're likely going to lose your job if you don't have a quarterback room that's any good.
And I don't see him getting another job if he loses this one.
No, it took a while to get the second opportunity. And there was thoughts about him getting let go after this last year. He made it through that, but man, you need quarterbacks to make it work.
I'll tell you this much. His deal was 4 years and I think $40 million and $10 million a year. So yeah, 4 years, $40 million. All that money is guaranteed. And he's still got, I think this is 3 years left on the deal counting this coming season.
No. If he signed it for you, he's already done at least 2 years, right?
He was hired in January of 22.
He's done 1 year.
So, only 1 year?
Yeah. He did 1 year.
3 years left. Okay.
It probably feels like 3 years.
Gruden's only in year 5 of his 10-year deal.
He's still getting. I mean, that's the thing. And they're
that's the whole reason why everyone says they're not firing McDaniels is they're not trying to pay 2 head coaches and then a third.
Right. And that's the bottom line is you've got 3 years more of Josh McDaniels if he plays his contract out. I will tell you this much, and I'm going to stand in front of Josh McDaniels this much. If I was in the second year of a 4-year, $40 million deal at KHTK and I said something or did something wrong here, and then I had to do a press conference afterwards, I probably also would say I'm not going to worry about it. But I'm not going to worry about it. The rest of that answer is because no matter what, I'm rich. And if they fire me, I don't care because I'm rich. I don't think Josh can say that. I don't think I'll go over too well with management or fans.
I think if you got a 4-year, $40 million deal here, I think you would work on getting fired.
You mean if it was guaranteed? If it's guaranteed?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Jay, how long? Day one?
I give him a week.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't, but you can't.
Because Dave overthinks things.
No, you keep the deal. You keep the money.
Right, but I'm saying, here's the thing with that. You can't get fired for cause. So it's a real.
Yeah, but you know how to.
Yeah, push.
Like I said, give him a week.
Just come on. And I don't want to say what I do because somebody out there's going to be like, well, you kind of already do some of that stuff. So let's go to number 3.
Question 3.
Tom Brady said in a podcast interview that he is, quote, certain he's not playing football again. Are you certain that Brady's certain he's done playing?
Well, let's hear his tone of voice here, guys.
I'm certain I'm not playing again. So I've tried to make that clear, and I hate to continue to profess that because I've already told people that lots of times. But I'm looking forward to my broadcasting job at Fox next year. I'm looking forward to the opportunity ahead with the Raiders, and we're in the process of that, along with the other different things that I'm a part of professionally and in my personal life, just spending as much time with my kids as I can and seeing them grow up and support the different things that they have going on. And that's a very important job. And I take them all pretty seriously.
Remember the whole thing of Men in Black where they found out that, like, some people are aliens, and we always think Adam Silver is one of them. If those, like, I also think Tom Brady's one. Like, you watch him talk now, he almost does not look like a human. Like, he looks
That's just the Botox, bro.
Tom Brady looks like he's AI, not Allen Iverson. Like, he looks like one of those AI renderings.
Maybe he is.
Yes, I believe him, and it's not like a believe thing. It
is a believe thing.
We saw some cracks in the armor in his last year in Tampa Bay. The only place he would possibly quarterback would be for the Raiders, and that's not a wonderful position to step into. He is familiar with Josh McDaniels, so there is that. He is familiar with the offense, but it would, not that he cares, but going out and saying all this stuff, making commitments to Fox, which means he's already talking, he's already attending meetings, and then what, you're going to just say, well, it turned out I didn't really want to hang out with my kids. I don't think he's playing.
I don't think so either, but he hasn't cleared the last hurdle. And to me, the last hurdle is when football starts. And so, like, I'm sure he's not going to miss, like, the prep, the getting ready, the workouts, whatever it all takes to get yourself in the right mental space and physical space to play an NFL season. But that first preseason game, that first Sunday, the first couple Sundays, and then a team, if any major team loses a QB, and then his name, he'll probably get approached like Roethlisberger did last year. Roethlisberger apparently thought about it, right? Same guy was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Until you're put in that position, but I'm going to believe him for his word for now.
What are you snarking at?
Here's the whole idea about the kids thing. Like, wasn't that like retirement number one? Want to do spend more time with my kids and watch them grow up, and spend more time with my family. And I have this
job and an owner of a team.
Yeah, but you wouldn't pay an alimony then. Although I don't
Wait,
think
I don't think he's paying alimony now.
Now that I think about it. Yeah, well, how does that work?
Is he collecting alimony?
That's more likely. She makes more than he did.
I know.
We'll take a break when we come back. All right, game one recap. We will hear from Mike Malone again, Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray. We'll get to the Nuggets side, followed by the losing Miami Heat at 7:44.
Stupid.
We'll do that next.
It was an amazing season for the Sacramento Kings. The coach of the year.
These honors don't come around often, and so you're very appreciative of them.
The clutch player of the year.
Fox rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
And a return to the playoffs for the first time in 17 years.
16 seasons of frustration. Sacramento has clinched the playoffs.
Keep it on Sactown Sports at SactownSports.com for all your Kings off-season news.
Hello, I'm Frank Cock with Retirement Security Center for the weekly economic update. What you see may not always be what you get. Overall numbers in the broad stock market as measured by the S&P 500 may lead you to believe that this year is a banner year for stocks. 96% of the returns in the S&P 500 from 5 technology stocks, while 341 of the 500 companies have underperformed the index for the year. A broader market rally could change this disparity, but those usually occur when the Federal Reserve eases monetary policy by lowering rates. The jobs market may also lead you to believe that the economy is running hot as job openings have climbed to a 3-month high of 10.1 million. Retail, healthcare, transportation, and warehousing led the way as they have this year, while manufacturing, government, and leisure and hospitality fell. Before the Fed cuts rates that could lead to a broader stock market rally, they may want to see a normal job market. Commodities prices have fallen, which is good news for inflation, but will the Fed focus here on jobs? It seems that with the Fed, what they see may lead to what we will get. How might this affect you or your family? Please go to frankontheradio.com to schedule an appointment, watch video, to receive market updates. I'm ready to help you start your journey so you can define your future.
Frank Cockrell is a registered representative of Lincoln Financial Advisors Corporation, a broker-dealer and member SIPC and registered investment advisor. Retirement Security Centers is not an affiliate of Lincoln Financial Advisors.
Pain is not normal. Repeat, pain is not normal. Greetings, Sacramento. Doug Christie here with the Good Feet Store. Does this sound familiar? It's the end of the workday, and the pain in your feet, knees, hips, or back is unrelenting. Good Feet understands that you've likely already tried assorted remedies and solutions with no relief. And now you're pretty much resigned to living with the pain. But do not give in to the pain. Instead, come to the Good Feet store for their end-to-end 3-step arch support system. Good Feet is the nation's largest manufacturer and retailer of personalized arch supports. With arch supports in over 300 sizes, styles, and flexibilities, and an arch support specialist in each store. Come in today for a free no-obligation arch support fitting, then take them for a test walk around the store or around the center. Experience the comfort, balance, and support possible with the Good Feet system. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and now in Vacaville. Online at goodfeet.com.
At aimyourdigital.com, we'll help you find the right customers. Spread awareness of your product or services. We can help build trust in your brand and services with a digital marketing campaign. Increase leads and get more customers. We create tailored digital marketing campaigns that deliver results. Don't wait. Get started today. Contact aimyourdigital.com. That's aimyourdigital.com and start seeing results.
Hey guys, did you know June is Men's Health Month? Prioritize your health and address those issues you've been ignoring. Revive Men's Health Sacramento has guaranteed low T and ED solutions. Book your free exam and T-check today and save $199. And find out how you can get a free 1-month supply of custom ED medication. Call 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit revivemenshealth.com today.
Sactown Sports
Headlines. Good morning and happy Friday with your Sactown Sports headlines. I'm Jay Mars. The Denver Nuggets last night played their very first NBA Finals game ever, and it went pretty well.
And Ball Arena ready to explode. The first Finals game in franchise history is a rousing success. Denver's 9-0 at home in the playoffs. They take game 1.
Two-time MVP Nikola Jokic finished the game with a 27-point, 10-rebound, and 14-assist triple-double. The Heat and Nuggets play Game 2 Sunday night in Denver. San Francisco 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy has progressed to throwing a football, this coming off of his injury in the NFC title game against the Eagles. And general manager John Lynch doesn't think his quarterback is a one-hit wonder.
Is it a flash in the pan or is it the real deal?
as we've gone back and studied it, he played at a high level. Not only played within a system, made a lot of plays outside the system and by extending plays, and showed tremendous playmaking ability, showed a tremendous ability to run the system efficiently, effectively, push the ball downfield. So he just had an incredible first year.
The A's and Giants are back on the diamond as Oakland visits the Marlins, and the Orioles come into San Francisco for a 3-game series. All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
There's a tournament called the soccer tournament going on right now. 7-on-7, $1 million first prize.
Super unique name.
TST, baby. You know that Welcome to Wrexham show that's out, Ryan Reynolds and all that?
Nope.
Yeah. So they have a team in there. They took on a team filled with current and former U.S. women's players. It's an open tournament. And Wrexham beat them yesterday 12-0. They scored 7 goals in the first 20 minutes, led by former striker and 46-year-old Lee Trundle, who had 4 goals. When I first read this, I went, God, that is embarrassing for the women. Like, why are you even doing this? And then you know what I thought? Hey, you know what? Good for them. They knew they were going to get their asses kicked. They knew. They went in and lived.
Yeah.
You know what?
Live a little.
History, you don't stand outside the fire. Get right in there. You might get burned or singed a little bit, but you got memory. So I say congratulations.
We didn't start the fire.
We didn't start the fire. I also say congratulations to the Denver Nuggets. 3 games away. And the sad thing is, fellas, and we'll stop lamenting this because it's their problem, not ours, but there truly are people that are basketball fans out there like, I didn't even watch.
Really?
It's boring.
And you're not a basketball fan.
Well,
I wasn't bored with it.
You know I'm talking about.
I
Your
enjoyed
Celtic, your Laker, your Knick, your Clipper, your Warrior fans.
There's all those Clippers and Knicks finals.
Right, I know, right? Well, nobody cares about that. I mean, they're boring. Nikola Jokic.
They're not.
What does he even do?
They're just salty.
Is there? Did you?
They don't even have an LA Live in Denver.
Did you find? Did you find last night's gameplay entertaining?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I enjoy basketball, and they played it well.
They played it very well,
especially early.
Nikola Jokic, we're all over him earlier, and for good reason. He deserves all the love. Was definitely not looking for his shot.
His wife texted, by the way, was not about it.
No?
No.
Yeah. Well, he is 3 games away from getting a big, fat, giant ring on his finger, and he did what he needed to do yesterday to ensure that his team really just is 59-42 at the half, 84. What was it? 73 or 63 going into the fourth. He'd outscored him by 10 in the fourth quarter, but really and truly, this was Nuggets pretty much from wire to wire. Jamal Murray led the team, in fact, in scoring yesterday. Or did he lead him or was he in second? I'm sorry. Jamal Murray, yeah, he was 1 behind, 26 points. And we get all over Nikola Jokic. Let's not forget, Jamal Murray is just truly a playoff performer. 50% shooting, had 10 assists to go with Nikola Jokic's 14. They combined for 24 of 29 Denver Nugget assists between the two of them. But Nugget players love talking about Nikola Jokic, and Jamal Murray is no exception.
Yeah, I mean, he's done amazing. Just have playing an all-around game. 12 boards, 14 points with basically, he won 1 or 2 threes, getting to the rim, playing great defense, pursuing the ball. He's 6'10". He's doing more than just knocking down shots, and that's dangerous. And when he's doing that, just being on the wing and even if he's not shooting well, he's going to keep shooting, and we're going to keep on him.
Did he say playing great defense?
I think so.
What?
Liar.
Remember when there was a time when people thought that Joel Embiid was an MVP over Nikola Jokic?
He was this year.
Remember when there were actually people out there that thought that Nikola Jokic versus Jason Tatum was a thing?
Stop it.
What?
I see what you're doing.
I'm asking.
You are using the broadcast waves to bait 2 specific people. I know what you're doing.
Jokic doesn't need to score to affect the game, and he knows that.
Right now, the most important thing is to win the game, and I'm trying to win again in any possible way. I don't need to shoot, and I don't need to score. I know I don't need to score to affect the game, and I think I did a good job today.
Now I'm thinking about who the second person is.
Who the second? But the which one? That the Embiid one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who that was? Not the Tatum one.
No.
I got to be honest. I'm thinking about that too.
Oh, okay.
You think I'm trying to bait Sam? Jay on Embiid? I'm not trying to bait anybody on Embiid. Obviously, I'm trying to bait somebody on Tatum.
Yeah.
Not Embiid.
Oh, you are.
Embiid. I'm trying to bait the voters that gave him the MVP.
Her name rhymes with Katie Christensen.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need a bigger hint.
She doesn't really count. She doesn't count.
Oh, now you're really trying to bait
I don't
her.
mean anything. I'm just saying.
Wow.
When she lays out
She doesn't count.
When she lays out an opinion like that, I look at it and listen.
Oh, no, I was there for it.
I don't mean anything, but it's cute. It's
You
neat.
don't mean anything by it.
At all.
I'm complimenting her. She did her best. Wow. She tried.
She had fun.
I'm going to be honest. She didn't look like she was having fun.
I hope to God she's not. She will absolutely kick me
You
in the
hope
face.
to God she is, you liar.
All right, you're right. Here's Nikola Jokic on Unlike Me, feeling comfortable.
I couldn't wait to start, just because when the game started, it felt normal. Everything else didn't felt normal. The whole media day yesterday or the day before, it was. I think it's people are making something bigger than it is, And when the game started, I felt really comfortable.
Yeah,
look comfortable.
He is, and doesn't he just seem like beyond everything? Here's the thing about him: doesn't he just seem like the guy you want to play with?
Yeah, oh, for sure.
You just want to play
for
with him.
sure. Like that's again, I don't know Denver's cap situation. Obviously, they're gonna either win this final or lose in the final, but they're well set up. They're young, and if I'm a free agent and I'm thinking about places to go, I think Malone's an appealing coach. But I would want to play with Jokic.
I mean, it's hard with a couple of these guys because we don't have a sample size of them on other teams. But who do you think of the major players in Denver?
I already like this.
Who is? How do I word this?
Benefited the most?
Yes, thank you,
Gordon.
Gordon was mine too.
Yeah,
because mainly my answer there, Jay, is we've seen him on other teams, and I thought Gordon was kind of going down a road of just like, fine.
I'm just Aaron Gordon.
Fine.
Just kind of irrelevant.
In Orlando, just fine.
I'm the dunk guy.
Yeah.
I could play some defense.
And he's not the best player on this team, but he's a piece that can have the best game or have, most important minute. Early on was the matchup that was a problem for Miami, and he took advantage of that. But Gordon, to me, is the guy.
Here's where I thought you were going, because that's actually a good question. Let me take your good question and see if I can respond here with a question. What player?
Bless you,
Jace.
Thank you.
What player do you think out there would benefit the most playing with Nikola Jokic?
Ooh, okay.
That's in the NBA right now, stuck on another team, or you know what I'm saying?
That's tough. I mean, everyone, literally.
There's no doubt.
No wrong answer.
There's no doubt. I honestly, the first name that pops in my head is Devin Booker.
Okay.
I think Devin Booker with Nikola Jokic would be insane, but he also has Ayton, who's not Jokic, but still he has a center. I'm not going to pick any Kings because they have Sabonis, so they're not going to benefit the most because they have Diet Sabonis.
I have two that I'm thinking of right now.
Okay.
Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
Dame Lillard.
Ooh, Dame with Jokic would be quite fun. I think there's a lot of players that Jokic would just Nikola Jokic is basketball bacon in the sense that he just makes everyone and everything better around him.
It's true.
So I think really you can apply that a lot. You shrug your shoulders.
No, I'm trying to think of a player that
could take like the next leap playing with Jokic.
And
I mean, part of it, I was trying to think of like a isolated player that gets so much attention that if they had Jokic, they would take some of that attention off and they would flourish more.
Ooh.
So like I was going to like Luka in a sense, but I mean, Luka's already great. Like
Holy God.
I got one.
Luka and Jokic would be stupid, though. Yeah.
Bradley Beal.
That's a good one. I was, the other one, he's already great. And I was thinking, like Clay, who just doesn't catch it. I mean, just catch and shoot. And everybody.
The problem is that guys.
I feel like Bradley Beal would be like taken out of obscurity, excuse me, and then now he's like an NBA darling.
No,
Bradley
Beal playing with Jokic, or Bradley Beal somehow, like if they somehow traded, like, I don't know, Jamal Murray for Bradley Beal, that is the ultimate Andy Dufresne move, where you go from Shawshank to say Watanabe, because that's what Denver is.
Anthony Edwards.
Oh God. Is that the answer?
Dude,
yeah.
Anthony Edwards, superstar. Like, he's already trending that way. It just speeds it up to me.
When we come back, the Miami Heat are trending towards getting swept.
Nice.
I mean, that's just a fact, right?
They've not won a game yet.
They have yet to win a game in these finals, Jason. Can they? We have audio. We will hear from Coach Spoelstra, Bam Adebayo, and Jimmy Butler next.
Catch the Oakland A's every weekend on Sactown Sports. Friday nights, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Sinking, that's going to get down for a hit. Around third to score is Tony Kemp. And the A's have taken the lead. Edge of the track, makes the catch. And the Athletics get a great win.
Sactown Sports, your weekend home for the Oakland A's.
Sactown Sports coverage of the Oakland A's is brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the next generation network.
During a Flex Alert, let's do the dishes after 9.
What about the laundry?
It can wait until tonight, or even the morning.
The AC?
It's at 78. Let's cool the house in the morning.
All right, so we're just chilling until 9.
Pretty much. And we can help avoid a power outage.
Putting off chores for later and hanging out with my best friend? I love Flex.
Maybe you should just unplug the appliances downstairs.
Good idea. Better acoustics in the basement.
California, the power is ours with Flex Alerts. Flex Alerts, the power is ours.
Selling your home can be stressful. Scott Marsh here to tell you about Bridgehaven Homes. They are a local home buying company that offers homeowners an easier way to sell their home. Bridgehaven Homes gives you an all-cash offer for your home, no matter what the condition, within 24 hours. You pick the date you wish to close and sell on your terms. No repairs, no showings, and no realtor commissions. Call 916-299-6040. That's 916-299-6040 or bridgehavenhomes.com.
They bleed black and purple. It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on your local sports leader, Sactown Sports.
I was stepping that rejoiner. Real quick, before we get to the Miami Heat, let's check in with Nick Nurse at his press conference. Hey, Nick, welcome to Philly, pal.
You get to the playoffs and you're one team, and that's a 2-month-long journey, and you got to be better at the end of those 2 months. And
do you want James Harden back?
Pardon me?
Do you want James Harden back?
James Harden's a great player.
That didn't answer the question.
Well, I would say this is that James has a decision to make, and I'd be very happy if he came back. Yeah.
Welcome to Philly, dude.
Yeah.
I believe that was Howard Eskin asking the questions, the Philadelphia media legend.
Can the answers sometimes be, no, I answered it. Not the way you wanted me to.
Right, but I answered it.
That's how I choose.
That's how I would.
That's how I'm choosing to answer this.
I mean, kind of props to Nick Nurse for not, at one point, I'm at least giving him a little bit of a pause and a stare, like, let me finish. But Nick was, and, look, there's times that I think the media here, not everyone included, I'm not calling anyone out, but on one hand, sometimes maybe the media here, especially back in the losing days, was a little kid gloves with the team. I think there's a fine line. Like Philly, they're just like, why are you a fraud and a loser?
Yeah.
What? It's not nice. But you also tend to get some more fun answers as well. Brad Stevens, Nick Nurse's way into Jaylen Brown.
But I can say without a doubt, like, we want Jaylen to be here. He's a big part of us, and we believe in him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So there you go. Meanwhile, the Miami Heat have some work to do, Jason.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, did not go the way they wanted it to go. And they were, according to Jimmy Butler, a little surprised with the physicality with Denver.
I definitely think they came out with a lot of physicality, and we have to be able to match that. They did their job on the home floor. You have to say that, but we will be ready. Like he said, we will adjust, do some things very differently.
and come out here and be ready to get one for game 2.
One more from Jimmy. He said, as far as doing things differently, attacking the rim.
We shot a lot of jump shots, myself probably leading that pack instead of putting pressure on the rim, getting layups, getting to the free throw line. You know, when you look at it during the game, they all look like the right shots. And I'm not saying that we can't as a team make those, but got to get more layups, got to get more free throws. But that's it as a whole. We got to attack the rim a lot more, myself included. 39
of their 96 field goal attempts were from beyond the arc. They were 13 of 39. That's a 33% three-point percentage. Weirdly enough, the Nuggets only shot 29.5% on 8 of 27. It could have been a lot worse for Miami.
Yeah, I know it's when the shots are, because 33 is –
it's fine.
It's okay.
Whatever.
I mean, it's
not a disaster.
Yeah, it wasn't a deal breaker, right. But I think it was Strus specifically who was 0 for 9, and I felt like every single attempt he had was at an important time. So, you know, again, it's back to your misses, and you know, I feel like, you know, we parallel things a lot to the Kings. Like in the Kings Warriors series, you know, Kevin Huerter didn't miss all of his shots,
right? But
it sure felt like a lot of them were at, oh man, this one needs to go. Oh. It didn't go. And it just, it leads, it's kind of snowballs. And I felt like that happened a little bit in game 1 with Strus, where he was left open, or by design, they made the extra pass to him. And, you know, maybe it's a 7-point game and he misses a 3. Is it a big deal? Probably not. But I mean, you cut that to 4. Instead, you miss, they score, it's 9. And then maybe he gets another one when they're down 11 and he misses again and they scored his 3. It felt like they had a lot of those, but in the end, it just felt, at least for game 1, that just Denver had way more of the answers than Miami did. And I mean, if I'm Miami, what I'm hoping for their sake is that this was kind of the feel out game.
Yeah.
But I know they had the audio before the game, which was great, where it's like, you know, wired for sound or whatever. And Coach Malone said, look, they won game 1 in Milwaukee, game 1 in New York, game 1 in Boston. It's not happening tonight. This is our house. Defend it, to be true to ourselves, whatever he said. And I just thought Denver did that. And, you know, you take at least that early momentum away from Miami, because I think everybody would be more on alert had Miami won last night.
Oh, for sure.
You know, they didn't. It doesn't mean the series is over, but Denver's the favorite. Most people are picking Denver, and everything after seeing one game leads you to believe it's going to go down that road.
Well, something was going to give, as you mentioned. Miami had yet to lose game 1 in the series, even though they'd started out on the road the whole time, and Denver had yet to lose a home game in the entire playoffs. We hate the narrative, and we spoke about it before. Oh, well, who Denver go through? You know, Denver went through this 8 seed. Okay, the narrative shouldn't exist in the first place, but does it finally get defeated if they beat first off, they're champions, but also, guess what? Going into the playoffs, the Eastern Conference was thought to be the stronger conference. You had 2 of the top 3 favorites for the crown in Boston and Milwaukee. Miami goes through both of them. So Denver maybe didn't directly beat the guy, but beat the guy that beat the guy. So by beating Miami, they, in effect, show they're the best team in the Eastern Conference, in a sense.
Right.
It's
and
a dumb narrative.
It is. It's like, who'd you ever play? Whatever. You got the people in front of you. And, you know, the other point is, you know, the Kings are the 3 seed. What if the Kings made it to the conference finals? And then there'd be something like, you beat Sacramento. They're inexperienced.
Right.
Well, they were the 3 seed. Like that was a higher seed than these other teams. Like,
no,
don't worry about it, Denver.
Denver had to somehow, being the 1 seed, they had to beat all 1 seeds.
Right. Exactly.
Bam Adebayo did not like their missing of shots.
Definitely comfortable with the shots we took. You know, I felt like we had a lot of open shots tonight. Ball just didn't go in. That's part of the game, but I feel like our shooters have bounced back.
Yeah, looked like they made Bam like the primary. At least Denver's opportunity was, let's make him that mid-key jump shooter or floater, and he was fine. He was good. He didn't have a lot of help.
You know, there's some games, like you mentioned the Kings. There's some games you can look at and go, oh, God. You know, yeah, they lost, but they beat themselves a little bit here, and had they done this and this and this, maybe it's just my perspective. Miami certainly wasn't perfect. Miami could have done a lot of stuff better. I looked at last night's game, and if I'm Miami, if I'm being honest with myself, I think maybe the scariest thing is I don't know that Miami could have won last night's game. I really don't. I didn't see Miami egregiously do something terrible.
Right.
We talked about their 3-point shooting.
Yeah, could have shot a little better, get more free throw attempts certainly, but
they were 2 of 2 from the line.
Yeah,
but that's because they're planting outside the arc. So adjust that. I get it. They had 2 less rebounds. They had 4 less assists. They had 8 turnovers. They actually had less turnovers and a higher 3-point percentage than Denver did. Now, again, I don't want to stat spit here, but it's one thing when you go, oh, God, they were 2 of 20 from behind the arc. That's not going to last. Well, I don't know what I look at with this game. I certainly can see things they could do differently. And as you just pointed out, I think probably number one, and you and Jimmy Butler pointed out, they're not going to win this series. They're not going to win games by just shooting jump shots.
Right.
They have to go to the rim.
Yeah.
And on top, and it's a little surprising that's not what Spoelstra had them do predominantly, because number one, you have guys that can get to the rim. And number two, it's not like Denver is known. If they have a weakness, it's that they're soft down low. Jokic is not. He's a better defender than people think, but he's not a great defender.
Well, there used to be a time where they would take him out. He wouldn't finish games defensively.
Exactly right.
So they're not in that spot also because he's just too valuable offensively. But he's gotten better there.
He has.
But I do think that, here, back to Sacramento again, where they don't have a rim protector. I don't really think of Denver as this amazing shot blocking team. Now, Porter and Gordon got a couple yesterday, but the Kings get some guys that block some shots. But I feel like there's an area there that Miami can try to take advantage of. Just obviously couldn't yesterday.
And by the way, getting you're upping your chances at getting Nikola Jokic in foul trouble.
Yeah.
Or off the floor.
Yeah.
And anytime he's off the floor, whether it's foul trouble or defensively or both, you're in a good spot. Coach Spoelstra knows this team is used to overcoming bad stuff.
It's not always going to happen perfectly. It's not always going to happen based on the scheme. That's the nature of our team, is we find a way to compete and overcome whatever it is. And we need a lot more of that, in game 2.
He also said this. I think this is from before the game, though, but I love the sound of this quote as far as where they tip off at.
Our guys are in great shape. They're ready to compete. If Denver wants to tip this thing off at the top of Everest, we'll do that. This thing is going to be decided between the 4 lines. They also got to come back to Miami if we want to make it about that. We'll turn off the air conditioning. They got to play in 90-degree humidity, sap the SH out of their legs.
Would they be allowed to do that now?
I don't know.
I don't know that they would either, but I kind of want to know.
Fans are melting.
I want to know the answer now. Like what? Because, hey, if Denver's got their altitude, Miami can't have the humidity. Let's go. Did you notice anything that told you the altitude made a difference?
There was one observation during the game. I think it was they were just talking about altitude, Breen and the crew. And then they did like a one shot on Jimmy Butler after, I don't know.
Yeah.
And it literally looked like he was breathing hard. And again, that could be 100%. Hey, I hear something. I now see something. I plugged the two together. I don't know how Jimmy Butler felt, but it looked like he was breathing hard to me. I don't know.
It doesn't.
Without knowing, I don't know.
I can't answer it either. Jimmy played 38, Adebayo 40, Gabe Vincent 38. So they're playing minutes. Also, again, I don't know that this answers the question, but the fact that they outscored Denver by 10 in the fourth quarter goes against a little bit of the narrative that, by the fourth they've tired out. It might have also been their second win.
Yeah.
I'm sure the Heat would tell you in an honest moment, if we ask them after this series, hey, were you gassed at all in game 1? They go, oh my God. Yeah. And you've been to Denver before. I've been to Denver before. Look, it's not like you're up there doing, but you go up the stairs.
That's it.
It's just something.
We're not running
like
the broadcast location. I've done that where it's in the second deck or whatever, overlooking. You walk in there like, I need a second.
Right.
And then you get it together. And you're good. But it's
fine.
like, but I didn't run.
No.
And I'm just thinking about running and guarding Jokic and trying to shoot 3.
You're just that little bit more out of breath, enough to notice, like, I shouldn't be out of breath. Oh, I'm in Denver.
Right.
Yeah. And so you're exactly right. We're not running around guarding people. You're not.
Yeah.
I am.
I wouldn't guard him anyway.
So game 2 is on Sunday in Denver. We still have a lot to talk about with this series, obviously. When we come back, what Denver did well. We're going to spend some time on that.
Yeah, lots of things.
And really break out what exactly Michael Malone and friends did that stymied Miami.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we're going to look at the other side as well.
And then one of the observation from the game, too, was and they did like the obligatory, star look.
Yeah.
Saw Shaq was there, but then like Denver residents, or at least people that we know, Peyton Manning, Sean Payton,
yes,
Russell Wilson, Ken Jeong, they showed him.
That was just interesting.
Yeah, noted Nuggets fan Ken Jong.
Is he?
I didn't know that.
I want to say he was at other playoff games for them this year.
Was he?
I think so.
So, like, if Sacramento made it,
yeah.
But who besides our regulars? Like, who's coming? Who's coming to game one or the first home game of the finals?
Jenna Ortega. She plays Wednesday Adams.
I know
Wednesday
exactly
series.
who Jenna Ortega is.
She's a huge Kings fan.
What?
Really?
You didn't know that?
No.
She did an interview where she talked about like she loves watching Fox and Sabonis play.
Okay.
What?
Wow.
Yes.
Can you find that audio if it's out
I don't.
there?
I'll look for the audio. I know it's in print
Yeah.
for sure. You look it up. It's.
I love
I'm not
Jenna
lying.
Ortega. I love
mean,
Wednesday.
We know Hassan Minaj.
Of course. It wouldn't be like Brie Larson or any of them. They don't care. Brie Larson goes to Laker games.
Does Lady Bird care?
I don't think Lady Bird. I don't think she just cares about. I got the impression she just doesn't really care about
See,
basketball.
like some of our bigger, like Dusty would love to be there, but they'd be playing. Like if Logan Webb and the Giants were in town or off, he'd come over.
Even if they're not like huge Kings fans, just like pseudo Sacramento celebrities like Molly Ringwald.
Have you? I've never seen her. I've never seen her.
Who cares? Now's a perfect opportunity. John Daly.
No.
Aaron Judge.
No.
Eric Armstead,
of course.
Aaron Rodgers.
Floyd Mayweather would probably be there.
Yeah. Uriah.
Well,
Floyd Mayweather was there.
No, right. 50 Cent.
No, these are all the regulars. We're talking about
I
non-regulars.
think of something like because I mean this is the finals. Like
Ooh,
where
Rick
people,
Ross.
I mean, there would
like Bay Area people would come over.
Right. There would definitely be celebrities that aren't regulars that would be there, but because it's the finals.
That's what I'm saying.
Not,
Molly Ringwald.
not because it's Sacramento. That's what I'm saying. They come up because they want to watch the final.
Yeah, like Shaq was at the game last night. He's not there for
not a
Denver or
Nuggets
Miami.
guy.
Jay-Z.
They were in the Bay Area
games. I mean,
Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Right.
Couldn't you randomly see Rob Lowe?
Wearing an NBA
Yes.
hat.
Yeah, like Kyrie was at game 7,
Kyrie was
right?
at game 7. I'm going to spend the entire break trying to track down this Jenna Ortega thing.
I'm not lying.
I know you're not. Here it is right here. She just revealed in an interview her favorite NBA team is the Sacramento Kings. Quote, I love watching the Kings play. They're my favorite team and so much fun to watch, especially De'Aaron Fox. He's the best point guard in the league. That must have been a print interview, which is why there's no audio. Well, then, she's one of the hottest up-and-coming actresses there is. Honorary Kings fan.
Yep.
Honorary?
I'm saying like she's in the family.
Oh, okay.
She's not from here. I'm saying she's in
How
the
do you know?
family. Because I
wikied?
we would know if she was from Sacramento. We'll take a break. When we come back, all right. What did Denver do well specifically? We'll lay that out, and can they keep that up as well? We've also got who's hot, who's not, some NBA news. We'll get into this John Morant stuff a little bit later as well. We got a lot to still cover in the second half of the show. We'll do it next.
Are you ready to hear this on Sactown Sports?
Handoff McCaffrey. Touchdown! San Francisco!
Or how about this?
Feels super, baby! The 5-time Super Bowl champions, and they're looking for number 6.
Catch every Niners game during the 2023 season.
On your home for the 49ers.
Sactown Sports.
All new spring deals are here at Lowe's. Start planting your garden this weekend with Bonnie 11.8-ounce vegetables. Buy 4 for $10. Plus, liven up your patios and decks with fresh blooms. Select 1.5-gallon hanging baskets or 2 for $20. Lowe's knows spring. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 5/17. In-store only. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. While supplies last, excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Valley Strong Credit Union.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Welcome to your Friday. We're out the door to a comfortable start to the day. Into the afternoon, we'll be bright and sunny out there with light winds. Expect highs today to peak in the upper 80s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
At Valley Strong Credit Union, we know that local businesses are the backbone of the Central Valley. Valley businesses deserve Valley support for payroll, credit, capital, and everything in between. Learn about all the benefits of being a business banking member at valleystrong.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave, and I recognize, just like my friends at American Energy Heat and Air, that your time is important. And that's why shopping for a new air conditioner is now easier with American Energy Heat and Air's online quoting tool. All you have to do is go to AmericanEnergyAir.com and get an instant quote right now. It'll help you determine what system you're going to need to get. It'll provide the best pricing options, all from the comfort of your home without having to have somebody come to your home. You know how annoying that is? They come in and everybody there is so sweet and nice, but how much better is it to be able to get it on demand? Visit AmericanEnergyAir.com. Check out how easy it can be. Or if you want to give them a call and talk through what your needs are, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Guys, did you know that June is Men's Health Month? And right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T level is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your hormones are serious business, and most men start to see changes in their hormone levels starting in their 30s. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Get your T levels checked today by a local, experienced, and trusted healthcare professional. Revive Men's Health has successfully helped thousands of men since 2011. Experience and results matter. So, what are you waiting for? Call Revive today to schedule your free testosterone test and free exam. We know we can help you. We guarantee it. Celebrate Men's Health Month. Get your free T-level test and save $199. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, your home for the Oakland A's every weekend.
And it's swung on line to left center, base hit, and the A's have won it on a walk-off line drive base hit to left center.
Sactown Sports. Sactown Sports.
Headlines. Good morning and happy Friday with your Sactown Sports headlines. I'm Jay Mars. The Denver Nuggets last night played their very first NBA Finals game ever, and it went pretty well.
And Ball Arena ready to explode. The first Finals game in franchise history is a rousing success. Denver's 9-0 at home in the playoffs. They take game one.
Two-time MVP Nikola Jokic finished the game with a 27-point, 10-rebound, and 14-assist triple-double. The Heat and Nuggets play Game 2 Sunday night in Denver. San Francisco 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy has progressed to throwing a football, this coming off of his injury in the NFC title game against the Eagles. And general manager John Lynch doesn't think his quarterback is a one-hit wonder.
Is it a flash in the pan or is it the real deal? As we've gone back and studied it, he played at a high level. Not only played within a system, made a lot of plays outside the system and by extending plays, and showed tremendous playmaking ability, showed a tremendous ability to run the system efficiently, effectively, push the ball downfield. So he just had an incredible first year.
The A's and Giants are back on the diamond as Oakland visits the Marlins, and the Orioles come into San Francisco for a 3-game series. All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
I'm going to hijack a little bit. This entire hour we're going to be spending on Denver and Miami and continue to break down the finals. So we're definitely going to cover this. But I got to bring this up on a Friday. Not a lot of you know who Barry Broom is unless you're a business person. But Barry is the CEO of the Greater Sacramento Economic Council. And he said yesterday, quote, when talking about the A's, Sacramento is a better financial deal than Las Vegas, a better team environment, a better fan environment, and a better merchandise and TV environment. The A's are going to lose money in Las Vegas. He has written baseball's Rob Manfred. He believes that
Barry did?
Barry
Okay.
Broom. He believes the A's in the league should consider Sacramento with both the rail yards and the bridge district in West Sac as two viable options. Again, quoting, West Sacramento could put together a more aggressive deal than what Nevada has right now. And the deal in the rail yards is better than the deal in Las Vegas. Now, here's the grabber
What's
quote.
that deal?
Yeah, I don't know.
And can Sacramento really put a better deal together?
I don't know. Now, let's be clear. I know Barry. I like Barry. Barry's also is literally paid to bring business to Sacramento.
Okay.
He's basically, I mean this with all love and respect, but he's a paid shill for Sacramento, and I mean that in the nicest term. His job is to promote the city and to bring business to Sacramento. So you've got to take it with a grain of salt there. But this is the quote. The A's have told us if the deal falls through in Vegas, they will hear us out. So we're waiting to see if this deal goes through on Monday. If it doesn't, we will have two communities that can present a fantastic case to the A's. We also need the commissioner to acknowledge Sacramento as a site as well. Now, I still think the deal is going to go through in Vegas. But I just want to present this.
Real quick on that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw this. This kind of broke late last night that there's been a big standoff in Vegas with the governor and legislature about the governor vetoed a big, I guess, part of that legislature Democrats are trying to pull through. And
right.
They got 4 days to figure this out, and it's actually not looking great because
got some infighting.
If they can't fix the infighting, they can't vote on the A's
Right.
stadium.
That's right.
So keep your eye out on that. Vegas might end up messing this up more than John Fisher, which is weird to say.
Well, and you have different quotes leaking out too. Danielle Monroe Moreno sits on the as the chair, actually, I should say, of the Ways and Means Committee for the chamber there. And her quote was, "I am currently a hell no."
Yeah.
And you need to get me to a yes. And according to Tabitha Miller, a reporter with the Nevada Independent, if she feels that way, obviously others are too. Now, you can do whip counts and figure out. Well, look, we don't know. Speculating is dumb. If the deal goes through, obviously the deal goes through, and that's the end of that. But I guess I'm just here to say, if the deal does not go through, do I think the A's are going to come to Sacramento? I do not. I do not, for a number of reasons. But I simply want to say, it's going to become very quickly a very real conversation. We've had fun with it. We've talked to Darryl Steinberg. He said on this show he couldn't confirm or deny that there have been conversations about the A's at least playing here on an interim basis. And again, if you're the mayor, if you're Barry Broom, if you're anyone of governance or otherwise, of course you're going to talk about it. But if Vegas falls through, all cards are on the table. And now it's like, well, is Sacramento really an option? Is it an option for leverage? Are you helping out John Fisher? And I saw some of the social media comments on the Steinberg quote that the station put out. And there's a lot of A's fans, and I totally understand where they're coming from, and including our friend Casey Pratt, who said, I would hope Sacramento wouldn't do that. And a lot of
As
A's,
far as what, the temporary?
yeah, this was about playing here temporarily. And there are a lot of A's fans that are like, why would you possibly, with everything that happened with the Kings, why would you possibly sell out Oakland like that? Why would you help out John Fisher? Why would you throw him a life raft? Blah, blah. All terribly relevant and fair points. I will say what I've said from the jump. If it was not only do I want the A's to stay in Oakland, but if it was a choice between the A's coming to Sacramento or staying in Oakland, I wouldn't hesitate to say stay in Oakland. I just want to be super clear on that. But what I've contended from day one, Jason, is if there's no way they're staying in Oakland, 100% no way they're staying in Oakland, and it's a choice between Portland, Vegas, San Antonio, wherever, or Sacramento, why wouldn't we want them in Sacramento? Of course we want them. Of course you want Major League Baseball in Sacramento. Nobody more than Christopher Lott.
Yeah. I just, back to your point. I mean, the initial thought you said you just don't see it happening here.
Yeah.
Let's assume, though, the Vegas part. This is the big part of the assumption because everything right now is trending towards trying to point to Vegas. So it would be contingent on that. But if the Vegas part falls through, you're still saying no. Because, I mean, it sounds like Oakland is closer to the no way. Sounds like.
Well, that's from the person negotiating on the behalf. I
find that a little foolish, if I'm being honest.
I think that there's been so much groundwork and foundation laid out for Howard Terminal. My if I'm laying odds, I would say I'm pretty heavy on Vegas going through. If Vegas didn't go through, I would be incredibly heavy on Oakland going through because of the foundation.
Right.
I mean,
there's a lot of work that's been
They're
done.
on, and we forget they're on a timeline.
Right.
Number one, you've said now forever, Oakland Coliseum unplayable in.
Yeah.
You have 1 year left on that lease.
Yes.
Okay. If you can't go to a Nashville or a Portland right now, that's not like going to Vegas.
Right.
You're not going to go there and get a stadium deal done in 3 months.
Now,
and you've laid no
right.
groundwork in any of these cities.
Now, here's where it gets interesting politically. This is where I get really interested in this whole thing. Let's say the A's do hear out Sacramento. Let's say there's some movement on that, but hold on a second. Here's the problem. Whether it's West Sacramento or the Rail Yards, you got the River Cats. The River Cats are the Giants affiliate.
Correct.
Right? So the natural thought there is, well, hold on. The Giants have already refused to give up their territorial rights in San Jose. Sacramento is a massive Giants town. They're not just going to be like, oh, well, that's fine. Just move over there. No, they want the A's out of North. And from a business standpoint, it's the right move. Ethically, it sucks. But the key here is that the Giants don't have all the say. Vivek owns the River Cats.
And the stadium.
He owns the River Cats, he owns the stadium, and he owns the Kings. So what an incredibly interesting thought process.
And by the way,
Vivek.
the A's do have territorial rights in Sacramento. They're shared.
They're shared, but yes, they
do have a
split
claim.
them.
They can make a claim.
So Vivek's got to look at it and go, okay, what is the incentive for Vivek Ranadive to basically turn to the Giants and say, yeah, if we have the opportunity to get A's baseball, I got to do this, which could be limited, but not including to you guys got to go somewhere else. You guys got to go somewhere else. And we're going to place the River Cats somewhere. And Rayleigh Field is going to house the A's on an interim basis, which, by the way, it could. It can't be. It's not a major league stadium, but they could play there for a couple of years.
Well, we've said, Jason, if you can find another stadium, the only major league ready stadiums right now are Mexico City and possibly Montreal.
Possibly. Is that you talking about Olympic Stadium?
Yeah, it's still up.
Yeah, right. Barely. So now Vivek, but here's the thing. If Vivek could buy the A's, then it's a no-brainer because now he's got summertime income and he's got wintertime income with the Kings. But what about this? What if John Fisher offers no guarantees? He says, I'll come to Sacramento. Sure, I'll hear you out. But he offers no guarantees that he'll sell the team anytime soon. Now, as Vivek, you're going,
I think he would have to sell the team.
But have to how? Who's going to make him? You mean have to in order for it to work here?
Financially, he's going to have to sell the team regardless of where they go.
Because I don't know what the motivation is for Vivek from a business side to say, oh, you know what? I'm gonna welcome in competition for my dollar. And here's my stadium.
That's my point. No matter where John Fisher goes because of other financial issues as well, he's going to have to sell the team at some point.
Well, and then I'll end on this. Then that's where it becomes interesting because if Vivek has been bidding on the Ottawa Senators,
right.
If Vivek has been bidding on Chelsea, which would buy you about 3.5 A's, the thought would be that Vivek has the cash and the connect, more importantly, has the partners.
And his connection with John Fisher.
Well, John Fisher didn't come up here to watch a Kings game. I know that.
It's not true. I saw him there.
So we'll take a break. I just want to put that back on everyone's radar. And the fact that the mayor and Barry Broom are starting to say some things, this is going to become a real conversation if Vegas falls through on Monday. So just prepare for that. We will take a break. When we come back, what did Denver, what did Miami do well? We'll get back to the NBA Finals. We'll knock both those out. We're gone for just 1 minute. Don't go away.
The 49ers 2023 schedule is out and filled with big matchups.
The 49ers start the season with a Week 1 showdown in Pittsburgh.
At home in Week 5 against the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football.
And a Week 13 NFC Championship game rematch with the Eagles.
San Francisco!
Plus, get every 49ers game this season on Sactown Sports. Visit SactownSports.com for the latest team news and a full schedule breakdown.
Cookie wants to be a professional wrestler.
I'm Cookie Serratos, and I'm 11 years old.
She also wants to win all the medals. That's why Cookie and her family make every day count, squeezing out her best with Go-Go Squeeze.
Okay, Cookie, let's break for a Go-Go Squeeze.
Go-Go Squeeze fruit-on-the-go pouches are a nutritious snack made from 100% fruit with no sugar added.
Go, Cookie!
Because when you nurture your kids, you squeeze out the best in them. Squeeze out the best with Go-Go Squeeze. Not a low-calorie food. Products range from 11 to 13 grams of sugar and 60 to 70 calories per serving.
Big savings are back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Now through Memorial Day, lower interest rates at Folsom Lake Honda make for lower payments. It's no wonder Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop. Come in today or check our entire inventory online at folsomlakehonda.com.
Get an instant cash offer for your trade at folsomlakehonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Gotta love the YouTube chat. Our guy Chris Guerrero.
Oh, no.
I think if you unscrewed his head and you just kind of poured out the ingredients, I think you get like a chew toy, some Ruffles, a marble, a Three Musketeers, and maybe a Key to the City. I don't know, but not a brain.
It's not in there.
When Chris passes away, which I hope isn't for a long, long time, I really do hope they donate his brain to science. I don't know what's in there, man, but Chris is now blaming me for if you'd have been on this from the get-go, the A's had already been here.
I've been saying that.
Yeah, you know.
Where's your ladder? NRV.
Get out there, put the ladder on the pitcher's mound. Thing ain't over yet. Denver did well last night.
Yes, they did.
They won a ball game. They are 3 games away, 3 wins away from a title. And they did a lot well. Where do we start? How about this? Aaron Gordon in the post.
Early on, right? They were just like, okay, look, we're going to take away Jokic or try to.
Yeah.
But Miami, you know what? You're small. It's noticeably you're smaller than Denver. And so where's the advantage early on? Right. I mean, he bullied him. I don't know. Then maybe that first time out, it might have been like 12 something or 14, and he already had 10 points. Like this is a problem.
I forget the writer. I don't think it was Bill Simmons, but it was somebody who said that Denver did the too small thing.
Yeah.
To Miami for the whole game.
Right.
And I think you can make an argument that in the first quarter, Aaron Gordon was the best player on the floor on both sides. For people that had you did have some NBA casuals come in and get ready to watch Nikola Jokic. And I think it's really fascinating when you consider, and I'm not using casuals as an insult, like just people that aren't super hardcore NBA fans, but I want to check out this, who's this Jokic guy?
Yeah.
And so they roll in, and I really would love to have sat down with 100 casual NBA fans that maybe were seeing the Nuggets for the first or second time and have the first quarter end and say, what did you think? Because Jason, Jokic had a wonderful first quarter, but he didn't have a casuals first quarter. What I mean by that is, what do you have, 2 points, 4 points?
Yeah.
That's generally the first stat people look at. But when you look at the strategy and the chessboard and what he did, it was like he had a 20-point quarter.
I mean, it's basically, even if he didn't get the assist, he got the points for Gordon because of his reputation, because of Miami's approach, which was, I think, a good approach to come into. But, I mean, Denver got too many guys going, too, if I'm Miami. It's like Jokic was good. You expect that. Murray was really good. But you had Jokic triple-double, Murray and Porter double-doubles. We just mentioned Gordon. And Brown was good off the bench. I just think they had too many guys for Miami to handle.
Well, and speaking of Aaron Gordon, just looking at his regular numbers, 16 points on 70% shooting. He had 6 boards, 1 block, did not turn the ball over. And the thing there that the stats don't tell you is, oh, and by the way, he played some pretty good defense. Jimmy Butler goes 6 of 14 for 13. Caleb Martin was invisible with 3 points on 1 of 7 shooting. And not that Gordon's responsible for all of that. Bam Adebayo got his, but I think they were fine with Bam Adebayo having 26 and 13 and being by a pretty decent margin the best player on the Heat. I think they'll take that all day long.
Sure.
When you have Haywood Highsmith as your, Gabe Vincent had 19, but when you have Haywood Highsmith having 18 points on 70% shooting in 23 minutes, I think you're going to take that most of the time if you're Denver.
For sure. And I think Denver set the tone early, got the crowd behind him. Jokic then started to have his stretch. Murray's been really good the entire postseason. He was efficient too. Denver has to be pleased. Shot the ball well, got to the foul line more. Just all the things they just outplayed him.
The other thing too, and I saw you made a note here. Jokic played 40 minutes, but that means he played 8 minutes on the bench.
Yeah. They did fine.
Yeah,
it wasn't one of those like, oh my gosh, they're plus 10 when he's on the floor, but minus 14. Like they'd lose the minute. They did just fine. And that Miami has to change that.
And I don't know that they can for the following reason. Obviously, if Nikola Jokic didn't play in game 2, Miami would be a pretty decent-sized favorite. Denver is obviously better with Nikola Jokic. But I'm not so sure that if it's kept to 6, 8, 10-minute stretches for a game, it's almost impossible. How do you adjust to that? It's like it's like fighting a guy that's all body shots, and then he comes out in the 8th round and it's all headshots. And you're like, whoa, by the time you realize what's going on, the round is over, and Jokic is back in the game. It's incredibly hard to adjust to a Denver offense without Nikola Jokic. By the way, they might just get a little bit of a step up defensively, or certainly a different look as well. And Michael Malone's a genius keeping him out for 1, 2. He's really good at the Phil Jackson thing where pull him out with 2 minutes left in the quarter, and you get the rest there. Plus, you get the quarter break. You come back. He's really, really smart about that.
Yeah, and his time off the floor it was just rest. It wasn't because of foul trouble.
Wow.
Miami's got to try to impact that way. Jokic just all the way through just had a superb game.
Jokic had a superb game. Miami, it wasn't all bad. And you wonder if in that fourth quarter, when they cut it to single digits, they can look at that and say, all right, we got punched in the mouth. We took an 8 count. We got up. Yeah, we lost, but we learned a little something there.
Yeah, and I would say here's Miami's road to me. That they, in this game, it felt like Denver was the better team. They clearly were statistically, and the lead showed it. But there were 2 different runs that Miami just didn't stop. They're relentless. They're not going to quit. Like I think Miami could have lost by 40 yesterday, and it wouldn't have any impact on game 2. They could have lost at the buzzer, and it wouldn't have had any impact on game 2. Miami just went through the most unique series, and the way they lost game 6, I think, would cripple a lot of teams. They came out and won game 7 in Boston. That was just so impressive. The one thing I would say that maybe Miami found, I don't know, it could just be isolated. I thought they were much better with Kyle Lowry's minutes.
I agree with you.
And he came off the bench, and he's a compete guy. He had, double-digit points, I think 5 boards, 5 assists off the bench. So they're still small, but maybe, and I don't know if that was a one-game thing, but Butler's got to be better. There's lots of different things, but Miami's going to compete every night. They're definitely going to do that.
11, 5, and 5 in 26 minutes for Kyle Lowry. The zone, as you mentioned, worked out fairly well in stretches for them. And let's not underscore Miami because of one game either.
Right.
We don't have the answer yet. We probably won't have the answer till the series is over. But if the series were to go this way, the question that we had posed yesterday was, who has the advantage? Miami pretty much playing every other day for the last, 7 months, or Denver having 10 days off? Well, in game 1, you combine the home court advantage, the altitude, everything that happened there. Miami looked like the team. Let me put it the other way. Denver looked like the team that had 10 days off. In a good
positive way. Yeah.
In a positive way. So as this series grinds on, I think what Miami is looking for, if I'm Eric Spoelstra, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for the Drago moments.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for the one thing that you try that cuts the Russian.
Yeah.
And that's when Spoelstra says they're not machines, they're men. And now we're in a war.
Right.
Now we're in a fight. Now we have a series. I don't know if that moment's going to come from Miami, but I can tell you, if it does, we're going to know exactly what that moment was.
Yeah, and Miami's not going to be overwhelmed by this. Look, we picked Denver. I don't think it's shocking. Most people have picked Denver, but people picked Milwaukee. I don't know how the Knicks Heat might have been a split. People picked Boston, and they've been playing great teams.
Yes.
They've handled them. Milwaukee's big like Denver. They handled that. They're not overwhelmed by this yet. But they got to stay if you're down 2-0, that's a little bit of a tougher task.
Right.
Certainly 3-0, but they just got to pick their spots. Butler, I thought, was just okay too. Jimmy Butler's got to play better.
Do you have any inclination as we take a break? Do you have any inclination to doubt Denver in 4 or 5 right now?
I'll stick with 5, but because I really respect Miami's compete, and I think they're tough. I think they'll. But nothing yesterday would make me change that. But again, that's one game.
Yeah.
I think we have an opinion going in. Yesterday kind of followed right in line with that opinion. Yeah, Denver. I think Denver has more margin for error than Miami.
I agree with you. I think that's the best way to put it. We'll take a break. When we come back, we got more audio for you. Let's look at game 2 adjustments as well. And if Denver were to win this series, what does this mean for the NBA as a whole now and in the future? We'll get there next.
It's Cattles and Rami.
For me, what Jaylen Brown is, he's not an A. I would argue
he's a Robin,
down.
not a Batman.
He's a Robin. Yeah. He is definitely, he's a heck of a Robin. He's a top 5 Robin in the league. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sending Robin out to take out the best villain,
No, you need Batman.
Mr. Freeze.
You need Batman to get the Joker, right?
Absolutely.
You might send Robin after Scarecrow or
there
something.
You go.
You know what I mean?
Come on now. You're speaking on it.
So is Scarecrow Michael Porter Jr. in this scenario?
Cattles and Rami, weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 on Sactown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Cal Hope.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Welcome to your Friday. We're out the door to a comfortable start to the day. Into the afternoon, we'll be bright and sunny out there with light winds. Expect highs today to peak in the upper 80s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Life is uncertain. It's okay to feel stressed, anxious, worried, or frustrated. CalHope can help. Access CalHope's free and secure mental health resources today. Call 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org.
I suffered with plantar fasciitis for almost 20 years.
I thought that foot pain was going to be with me for the rest of my life.
If you suffer with plantar fasciitis, the search for pain relief can feel like an endless and hopeless ordeal.
I would try drugstore, insoles and supports.
I've been through surgeries, foot injections.
I was trying all different things. Not a single one worked.
If you think you've tried everything to relieve your foot pain, you probably haven't tried arch supports from the Good Feet store.
And then I was driving past the Good Feet store, and I thought, why not? Give it a try. They wanted to make sure that they gave me the right arch support for my feet. Then it was like, okay, this is different. These make a difference.
I don't have foot pain anymore. I'm so glad I met Good Feet. It changed my life.
See how Good Feet arch supports work for you before you buy with a free fitting and test walk at the Good Feet store.
The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and Vacaville. Online at goodfeet.com.
Hi, we're Comparion Insurance Agency. Right now you're thinking, Comparion, never heard of them. We know. We also know that you have no idea that Comparion Insurance agents are local and provide expert advice. So to help it stick, we're going to say local agent 4 times in the next 15 seconds. Ready? Go. Our local agents know you and your community. Our local agents offer insurance from top carriers. Our local agents have minty fresh breath.
Find us at ComparionInsurance.com. Comparion Insurance Agency. Local agents, expert advice.
And there's number 4.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Selling your home can be stressful. Scott Marsh here to tell you about Bridgehaven Homes. They are a local home buying company that offers homeowners an easier way to sell their home. Let Shane and his team at bridgehavenhomes.com take that stress away. Bridgehaven Homes gives you an all-cash offer for your home, no matter what the condition, within 24 hours. You pick the date you wish to close and sell on your terms. No repairs, no showings, and no realtor commissions. Call 916-299-6040 or bridgehavenhomes.com.
During a Flex Alert, let's do the dishes after 9.
What about the laundry?
It can wait until tonight or even the morning.
The AC?
It's at 78. Let's cool the house in the morning.
All right, so we're just chilling until 9.
Pretty much. And we can help avoid a power outage.
Putting off chores for later and hanging out with my best friend? I love Flex.
Maybe you should just unplug the appliances downstairs.
Good idea. Better acoustics in the basement.
California, the power is ours with Flex Alerts. Flex Alerts, the power is ours.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines. Good morning and happy Friday with your Sactown Sports headlines. I'm Jay Mars. The Denver Nuggets last night played their very first NBA Finals game ever, and it went pretty well.
And Ball Arena ready to explode. The first Finals game in franchise history is a rousing success. Denver's 9-0 at home in the playoffs. They take game 1.
Two-time MVP Nikola Jokic finished the game with a 27-point, 10-rebound, and 14-assist triple-double. The Heat and Nuggets play Game 2 Sunday night in Denver. San Francisco 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy has progressed to throwing a football, this coming off of his injury in the NFC title game against the Eagles. And general manager John Lynch doesn't think his quarterback is a one-hit wonder.
Is it a flash in the pan or is it the real deal? As we've gone back and studied it, he played at a high level. You know, not only played within a system, made a lot of plays outside the system and by extending plays, and showed tremendous playmaking ability, showed a tremendous ability to run the system efficiently, effectively, push the ball downfield. So he just had an incredible first year.
The A's and Giants are back on the diamond as Oakland visits the Marlins, and the Orioles come into San Francisco for a 3-game series. All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
So we get to Game 2 adjustments. I have more on the revelation that Jay turned me on to, that noted actress Jenna Ortega is a Kings fan.
What else you got?
Well, I got a big giant bone.
What?
Yeah, and I'm picking it.
Excuse me?
Picking the bone with Jay. Thanks, dude. You get the assist.
What did I assist on?
Flipping ding dong.
What?
It's a troll job, and you fell for it, and you brought me into it.
I think it's a troll job.
It's 100,000% a
How do you
troll
know?
job. I'm
How do you
also
confirm?
a little upset at our audience too for not catching it. Let me take you to.
Funky
Had I
Town.
not been in the middle of showing, I certainly would have. My troll ears would have picked this up. Your source is noted local Kings Twitter personality Giroux, the local guy who's been in. He was in here with Deuce Mo a couple times. I didn't read the quote underneath too from this interview that has no link because it never existed. Ortega states in the same interview that she thinks the Kings victory beam has been a fantastic addition to the team's arena. Quote, a purple beam that lights up after every win. I think it's incredible. The pictures that I've seen are so beautiful. I can't wait to see it in person. There's no interview. There's a troll job.
How do you know there was no interview? None of that has suggested that yet.
Well, generally, if an interview like that happened, it would be linked. But let's say the person was just not responsible and didn't link the interview. Pretty much every comment underneath it wouldn't be like, for a second you had me. Also, there would be other things that popped up as well. It was a troll job. It's like the thing they have where they put up the picture of like some beautiful lake in Italy and they're like, Rancho Cordova in the fall is beautiful. And then you get people that are like, that's not Rancho Cordova. It's like, yeah, thanks. That's like a popular bit.
Yuba City.
I should have known. What upsets me is I had Jay's over there just jamming on his phone right now trying to confirm it. Keep trying. You will not confirm it. So yeah, we all just got drewed. We all just got. Well, congratulations to him, by the way, because this post was made. This post was made back in December 6th. So
was it a Wednesday?
Probably. You're the only innocent one here. You just sat there and listened.
I'm just, yeah.
So thanks.
Okay.
No thanks to the audience here. Somebody in the audience should have pointed that out, but they're all busy talking.
How will you feel if it is proven to be true?
If it is proven to be true, I will donate $100 to Jay Mars's favorite charity, even if it's I got to go higher.
Why not just to
By
Jay
the way,
Mars?
my favorite charity is me.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jay. You should get the money. Pay the men his money.
It's just, I wish it was true. And by the way, if she does an interview in like 3 years and she's like, oh, the Kings are okay, I guess. I don't know. That doesn't count. This did not happen. This is not a real interview. Yeah, the LA Kings. You know what's sad? Remember earlier I was talking about horrible people on this level? Now Chris is also scrolling through his phone, more than likely trying to find this.
He's going to confirm it.
Chris just wants to get in my pockets too. So thanks, guys.
Oh, no, I'm with you, Dave.
That it's a troll job?
Yeah. He makes Drew makes me sound truthful.
It really does. And I didn't even look at who tweeted it. I should have known. But Jay was so, no, dude, it's real. Bro, you can put your phone down, Jay.
I think I might have found it on Facebook.
Yeah. Oh, good. Oh, was that the site your dad was on? Did they sell as well?
They did. And all the players.
I can't wait to find out what other sources he finds. What other trusted sources he finds. Oh, God.
Jay will find it.
I thought Jenna Ortega was dating Devin Booker.
Is that?
I thought Kendall Jenner was dating Devin Booker.
No, Kendall Jenner is dating Bad Bunny.
Oh, so she left Devin Booker for Bad Bunny
Uh-huh.
and had left Ben Simmons for Devin Booker, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Wasn't Blake Griffin in there somewhere?
Ew.
With Kendall Jenner? I think so. Yeah, no, I think they definitely.
Jesus. From the 9-1.
By the way,
there was a net in there at some point.
Lob City.
Kendall Jenner dates way better NBA stars than her sisters. And I don't think that's arguable.
Lob City.
I did not.
By the way, since we're off the rails, did you see this? This was real. Did you see Blake Griffin's child's mother?
I didn't
make the post towards him. This was as if it wasn't
troll job.
As if it wasn't bad
This is
enough.
the TMZ segment now.
As if it wasn't bad enough for Blake Griffin during the series. Apparently his ex baby mother, well, still baby mother, I guess, posts a picture of half their kid's face. Looks like a little 2-3-year-old. Hey, Blake, at least come visit your child before they ship your ass to China next year.
Damn.
That happened. That is a real, actual, like, let's put it out there tweet.
Cute half kid.
Oh, it's a whole kid.
No, that's half on that
they
picture.
just showed from the 916. Can I get us back on track? Are you done dragging me into your
No,
mess?
I got to get us back on track. Hold on. Good morning, Mitch.
Hey, Mitch.
Great leeway. I feel like Johnny Carson's right-hand man, Egg McMahon.
Egg
But I'm
McMahon.
not-
Egg McMahon.
I'm after tight.
Smells like McMahon's.
Basketball points. Denver's got 4 stars. Good drafting. Nice to be lucky. Better be lucky than good. And Gordon, what was Orlando? I don't know what Orlando's doing.
Yeah.
They had a good power forward there, and then they draft one. They draft 2 good guards. I don't know what's going on with Suggs and Greg Anthony's son. Mock draft says they're drafting 2 guards in the mock draft. But anyway, it's just too much. I think they're going to sweep. 2 big guys. I think we're talking 4 possible superstars in this team. I don't know how they can keep it with the money, with their finances. Somehow they'll wing it, finagle it. That's good more power to them. They're going to be good for you because Denver's had a lot of good players in all the history. I'm talking about Rodney Rogers, Kiki Vandeweghe. I can on and on. And Oakland. I mean, the Mets, New York used to have 3 teams. They have 2 teams now, and it's Mets and Yankees fans in all boroughs and all suburbs. You got 3 cities there pretty much together. You can't support 2 teams. Even Chris Carson, it's something that commissioners are powerless. It's a puppet.
I agree
That's
with
all
you.
I got. Have a nice weekend.
Hey, you too. Have a great weekend. I agree with Mitch.
Yeah, me too.
By the way, are you saying, Mitch, that Gary Harris, RJ Hampton, and Denver's protected first-round pick in 2 years from now wasn't what you're saying? That was a bad trade for Aaron Gordon?
Apparently.
That's what he's saying.
Remember, you know what's weird? I remember that trade happened. I was like, well, I mean,
It's fine.
I think Denver got the better end, but that's a pretty decent trade. Now you're looking at, oh, God.
I don't think RJ Hampton's on the team anymore.
He's in the Hamptons.
Look at you.
We'll leave with this. From the 714, Chris Rolad's laugh is what keeps him the champ. I do.
True.
That is his best contribution to the station is that laugh. Secondly,
it's canned.
If the A's do come to Sacramento, hypothetically, do you support the Giants and A's when they play each other one weekend a year?
I do not.
You do not what?
Support the Giants
No,
when
I
they play
don't.
the A's.
This question's been asked many times. I love the lifelong Giants fan, but if the A's come to Sacramento,
You're converting? You're switching?
without even a pause.
Same.
I'm not even
Wait, you're
pausing.
not a Dodger fan?
I mean, I'll still casually root for them, but I'm an A's fan.
I would say the same. I root for the Giants like as my second team and hope they do well. But if the Giants are playing the Sacramento A's in the World Series, yeah, peace. Let's go. Screw you, Giants. Bye-bye, baby. Right?
Right.
Absolutely. Sacramento wins. Sacramento takes precedence over, if a football team came here, love the Niners.
Yep.
Like the Sack Attack when they were here?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm a
Gold
huge
Miners?
fan of the Attack.
Yeah.
And the Gold
Mountain
Miners.
Lions?
Surge.
Mountain Lions and the field goal
Long
goals.
time
Sideline
headline reporter.
Carmichael Dave. We'll take a break.
Did you get a ring?
For them, no.
Did they win?
I did not. I don't think they did, actually, no. When we come back, who's hot, who's not? Let's go streaking. Could the streaks continue? We'll tell you next.
The King season might be over, but Sactown sports coverage never stops.
Guys on other teams, when they look at the Sacramento Kings, they feel that this is a fun brand of basketball to play.
Stay tuned all off season to Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com for the latest Kings news.
At aimyourdigital.com, we'll help you target the right audience, build your leads, and crush your quota. Take your business to the next level. Our digital marketing strategies help grow awareness of your product or service, all while building trust in your business. Our approach involves leveraging multiple tools and strategies to deliver exceptional results that are customized to your unique business needs. Don't wait to run out of sales leads. Keep your business growing. Get started with aimyourdigital.com today.
Quick Quack Car Wash is excited to announce Ceramic Duck, the stronger, shinier, luckier car wash experience that can only be found at Quick Quack. Their new Ceramic Duck car wash provides unparalleled protection from dirt, grime, rain, and UV rays while giving your car a noticeably deeper shine and smoother finish. With consistent use, you'll build a shine that will have you looking spectacular for days. Try the premium wash at 50% off by texting DUCK to 41284. So come on, experience Ceramic Duck today. You and your car will be glad you did.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder, thunder.
It's Thunder Valley's $20,000 20th anniversary cash giveaway. 5 winners on Friday and Saturday nights in June. One very lucky guest wins 20 grand, guaranteed. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Kenny and Jerry here from Bell Brothers. Imagine if every time you bought something, you could get a second one for 30% off. Buy one car, get the second one for 30% off.
Buy one TV, get the second one at 30% off. Buy a new house and get the second one at 30% off.
At Bell Brothers, that's exactly what we're offering this spring on windows and doors. When you buy one brand new energy-efficient window for your home, you'll get the second one at 30% off.
A minimum purchase is required, but the discount applies to every second window you buy. For example, if you buy 5 windows, you'll get 5 windows at 30% off.
The same is true for doors. Buy one, get one for 30% off. And for doors, the minimum is just 2.
So call Bell Brothers now at 916-444-1234 or find us online at thenosurpriseguys.com. That's 916-444-1234 or find us online at thenosurpriseguys.com.
The No Surprise Guys, Bell Brothers.
What's hot and what's not. Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Air and Solar, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Hey, friends.
Hey.
Hi.
I'd like to tell you who's hot.
Please
Can I do that?
We'd like to hear it.
The Denver Nuggets.
Yeah.
They won by 11 in game 1, the largest win by a team making its NBA Finals debut since the 1999 Spurs, who beat the Knicks by 12. But that's only the third highest beat a team by in the NBA Finals game 1.
What?
The second?
The
1947 Philadelphia Warriors beat the Stags by 13.
What was this category again, Jay?
Largest win by a team making its NBA Finals debut.
Gotcha.
And number 1, the Knicks lost by 27 points to your Rochester Royals in 1931.
Yeah, Kangs.
Dude, how crazy was that crowd, Jason?
It was epic.
It was epic.
Yeah. Life-changing.
Who's not?
Oh, MLB.
Oh, well, yeah.
But it's not what you think.
Oh.
Okay.
MLB's not hot because 13 years ago on this day, this happened. Oh, there's no audio.
And the pitch.
Hold on. I got to unmute it on Twitter.
There's a drive.
I hate the mute unmute thing. No, there's no drive, actually. All right. This should
There's a
work
hoop.
now.
Ground ball, right side. Cabrera will cut it off. Galarraga covers. He's out. No, he's safe. He is safe.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
He is safe at first base. And here comes Jim Leland. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, boy. Yeah. I hate that whole thing. I hated it for Galarraga. I really hated it for Jim Joyce. Like, that was one of the Jim Joyce is the umpire. By the way, if you don't know what that was, it wasn't what's his name? Not Andres.
Armando,
thank you. Detroit Tigers had a perfect game. 2 outs, bottom of the ninth, and it's a ground ball. It's a quick play at first. The runner is out. It's not he probably was out. Like, he's out by a step and a half. Joyce just blew the call. Had there been replay, had there been so many things differently, it wouldn't have happened. Joyce blows the call
and totally owned it.
Owned it as much as you could own
like
it. Was
cried.
Like in tears.
He's like, I felt so bad. I think his even phrasing was like, I kicked it. I kicked the call.
Yeah.
Totally missed it. I apologized to him. It was a moment that, I mean,
apologize.
It was
profusely.
endearing because it was like, he made a mistake.
Yes.
And then it was like, all right, you're right. He did.
He couldn't have been more apologetic. He couldn't have felt more terrible. And then what I thought was the bright part of that was then the next day, I think Joyce was the home plate umpire. Galarraga brought out the scorecard. They had a great moment at home plate. Like, I think there was a hug there or something. Like, it was one of those moments where it's like, we all screw up.
Yeah.
We all feel terrible. And forgiveness is a rad thing. So it ended up being kind of a cool thing, but still, not only did it rob Galarraga, and I understand that, like, you don't want to say you're open for business and doing stuff like this, but to this day, it's one of those things about baseball. Like, isn't that a situation? Isn't that one of the few situations where baseball steps in and says, we're overruling that? That was out, and you've got the perfect game.
I always wondered this. Wasn't there, like, couldn't another umpire have been like, hey, I had a better angle on it? Something, right?
But they didn't.
I know they didn't, but even just like, hey, no, we saw it. He's out.
Yes, home plate umpire, they could have come in, they could have talked. Somebody could have said, no, I have the angle, but there's no angle. They couldn't. But seriously, and I'm not a fan of unprecedented stuff like that, but I always thought, look, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth. The game is decided. It was a clear, there's no third option. Either he's safe and Detroit ends up winning the game and no perfect game, or he's out. Detroit wins the game and it is a perfect game. I just thought that's a situation where the commissioner could literally just like have a quick press conference, be like, look, we don't do this, but this is a situation where we feel like we need to do the right thing.
Still C League, right? At the time,
it was C League.
Well, there you go.
And not only
just answer your question why it didn't happen.
Not only you give Galarraga, that's why you give Galarraga the perfect game. Well, you give him back the perfect game, but you also take Joyce off the hook.
Right.
Like it is. I'm sure somebody would in this day and age, of course. But is somebody standing up and going, "That's it. Human error is part of the game"? I mean, maybe they do.
I've always wondered what would the narrative be though if it were reversed. Like, let's say the runner was safe by like a mile and a half, and they just called him out.
What's the narrative? Fake perfect game.
Yeah. I would say, not. But by the way, not as outraged as
I
this
agree.
one though. I think they'd rather give him the perfect game than not. Do I remember correctly? Didn't like Jonathan Sanchez of the Giants have a perfect game in the 9th, and somebody booted it for an error and cost him the perfect game? Am I remembering that wrong? There's got to be some diehard Giants fan out there.
Well, I know he had a perfect game or a no hitter.
He had a no hitter. Was that the one then? I seem to remember him having a perfect game in the 9th, and there was a Giants player that booted a ball. I don't know.
Who had the perfect game going for the Cubs this season, and his catcher ended up taking it out?
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about. I can't remember the pitcher, but yeah.
No, he had it going. I think he was in the 8th with a couple outs, and believe it's a bunt or no, it was just a little baby ground ball.
Yeah,
the pitcher, the easy play. The pitcher and catcher both go for it, and the catcher just takes the pitcher out.
Doesn't get the out.
Want to go streaking, guys?
Sure.
It's Friday.
It's done.
Why not?
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking! Yeah!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
Streaking. Hey, Juan Uribe's error on a sharply hit ground ball in the 8th inning spoiled Jonathan Sanchez's bid for an official perfect game.
Okay.
He's just the 8th pitcher to have a perfect game spoiled by one or more errors. But he ended up getting a no-hitter in that game. I thought I remembered that, but I thought it was the 9th inning.
That has to be the most no-hitter.
I know, right? Yeah, I got a no-hitter. Hey, I'll take it. Let's streak.
Let's streak.
Let's do it.
Let's just streak.
Now, all three of us were on a 2-game hit streak.
Yeah, we were.
David, you picked Brandon Nimmo.
Come on, Brandon.
Nimmo!
Of the New York Metropolitans.
Don't let me down, Brandon.
Would a Brandon ever let you down? He got a hit.
Yes.
Dave's a 3.
Now, Jason, you picked Jose Altuve a couple days ago, and he got a DNP.
Yeah, so I didn't get a plate appearance.
He got a DP yesterday. Did play.
Did play.
And he got you a hit.
Yeah, he did.
All right. Hey, there's company in this car.
He used the trash can.
Yes, he did.
Hey, doesn't matter, right? Hit's a hit.
Yeah.
Just ask the Astros. They'll tell you. I went with Luis Arraez. It's just Arraez.
He's good.
He's good, but his team lost 10-1 yesterday, which is
not good for you, Jay.
But he did have a pair of hits in that loss.
Hey, look at us.
He's batting .382.
Wow.
All right.
So we're all on 3. These are streaks. 3 is a streak.
We are all officially streaking.
Yeah. We're all tied. I don't think this has ever happened.
This has never happened. We've never all been tied on a streak.
Yeah.
And now
I think we've been tied at one time.
Yeah, but that's not a streak. Streak's 3. So now
we all can pick the same player.
We're streaking into the weekend.
On Lou Gehrig Day, by the way.
Oh.
I would like to pick it's day baseball, Marlins and A's. I would like to pick a Marlin, but I don't feel comfortable about picking the same player twice in a row as somebody else, you know. I'm going to give me George Soler, Florida Marlins. Or is it Jorge Soler? Oh, is it? Okay.
Pretty sure at least.
Former Cub, Jorge Soler.
George Soler.
Give me George Soler.
George Soler, you know.
Wasn't there a George Bell and a George Bell? Am I remembering that right? Or was there only one George Bell? Or did George Bell used to spell his name with a J?
There was George Orta.
I remember there were 2 Brian Hunters at one point. You had Brian Hunter and Brian L. Hunter.
God, I thought George Bell used to spell his name with a J. I'm having all these weird flashbacks. Sorry, go ahead.
Jason?
I'm going to take from the first place Arizona Diamondbacks. Corbin Carroll.
Corbin
Carroll.
Okay, good luck.
I like how we're all just like, all right.
Jorge Antonio Bell Mathy, born October 21st, 1959. Better known as George Bell. He was Jorge Bell, or George, but it was pronounced George by the announcers. They switched it to George Bell during it. That's like real quick. I know I'm ADD in here. You guys give me another well-known 80s first name change. This was a fantastic hitter.
Hakeem to Hakeem.
No, in baseball.
Oh.
But yes, that's a great subject. All-time first name changes. But yes, this was a dominating hitter for a while.
Oh, Reggie to Tony Gwynn.
No.
Oh.
Give me a league. National American.
American League.
Okay.
Dominating hitter for like a good 3-4 year stretch. Made Barry Bonds look like a nice guy.
Joey to Albert Bell.
That's right.
Yeah.
Joey to Albert Bell. There's another one. Who just did it? Mike to Giancarlo.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a fun rabbit hole we need to go down this summer.
Do
All-time great.
I think we just did.
Well, I didn't even realize how many first name changes
Luda
there
Kareem.
have been.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the same? I mean, that was like a whole
change.
name change. Yeah, I guess it is. All right.
Irvin to Magic.
That's a nickname.
Is it?
Did you pick your guy?
No, he did not.
Pick your guy. You're going down the rabbit hole, aren't you?
No, not at all.
No.
Fernando Tatis Jr.
Fernando. That's Katie's favorite player. She said, and I quote, "I like Tatis." So there you go. She said that on this very show. And then laughed for about an hour.
It's pretty good radio. Real compelling content.
That was Katie. Katie's got 2 laughs. She's got her day-to-day giggle.
Mm-hmm.
But when Katie,
the hearty laugh.
There's a Family Guy episode on that. When Katie gets the hearty laugh going,
that was the hearty laugh.
That was.
She couldn't stop.
The local one seeds are Chris and Sean Cunningham.
Oh my God!
What is she in the laugh off?
Oh, I thought they changed their first names.
There's the 100% they're the one seeds, and that's a great Sean Cunningham, who I believe was on the station yesterday.
Yeah, I think so. Or
a couple
2 days
days
ago.
ago.
We have Sean on the show ever.
You don't
It's
ever
early.
ask to have him booked.
We have, but he gets up around 11. I think
That is very true. Rolls out of bed,
goes to bed around 4.
changes his hat. I feel like Sean Cunningham switches hats like Darth Vader put the helmet on in Empire Strikes Back. Like it happens like in private once a day. There's like a 4-second period. Nope, not going down the wearing a hat a lot road because now you guys know exactly where I'm going.
And we're gonna stop.
You're wearing a hat.
Now I'm a hat guy.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas my son will not wear hats. Refuses. Will not.
Men without hats.
Hated wearing them in baseball. I think he might have quit baseball partially because of that. No joke.
Brian Williams to Bison Dele. Do we count that? Brian to Bison, or is it 2?
Well,
it has to be first name only.
That's the thing. I think there's a difference between Mike Stanton and Giancarlo Stanton, and like Chris Jackson and Mahmoud Abdul Rauf for Bison Dele. Like I don't know if you put those in Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali. I feel like those are like different types of name changes. We'll get back to that in July. In the meantime, coming up next. All right. John Morant back in the news, sort of. Adam Silver's got himself an issue, and also Joe Mazzulla looks like he'll be sticking around as well. We'll hear from Brad Stevens next.
Catch the Oakland A's every weekend on Sactown Sports. Friday nights, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Sinking, that's going to get down for a hit. Around third to score is Tony Kemp. And the A's have taken the lead. Edge of the track, makes the catch. And the Athletics get a great win.
Sactown Sports, your weekend home for the Oakland A's.
Sactown Sports coverage of the Oakland A's is brought to you by Xfinity 10G, the next generation network.
All new spring deals are here at Lowe's. Start planting your garden this weekend with Bonnie 11.8-ounce vegetables. Buy 4 for $10. Plus, liven up your patios and decks with fresh blooms. Select 1.5-gallon hanging baskets or 2 for $20. Lowe's knows spring. Lowe's knows home improvement. Offers valid through 5/17. In-store only. Actual plant size and selection varies by location. While supplies last, excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
My friend and I are taking a trip to Mexico this year, but neither of us speak Spanish. So we downloaded Babbel and started learning Spanish fast.
Want to start getting conversational in another language? In as little as 3 weeks, Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons were designed by language experts to be the most efficient and effective way to learn a new language.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
Are you looking for a solar company that can do it all? Well, look no further than ACR Solar and Home Services. With over 40 years of experience serving the community, ACR Solar is the name you can trust for quality, value, and integrity. Now, that means you can rely on the fact that your solar system will be installed accurately with high efficiency and maintained throughout its lifespan, ensuring dependable performance. What sets ACR Solar and Home Services apart from the rest? Well, for starters, they handle everything in-house with no third-party contractors. But that's not all. ACR Solar is all about customizing solutions to meet your unique needs. Whether you're a homeowner or business owner, ACR Solar has the expertise to design and install a solar system that's tailored just for you. And if you need other services like roofing, battery backup, or pool solar, ACR Solar and Home Services has got you covered there too. So what are you waiting for? Take control of your energy bills and start saving big with ACR Solar and Home Services. Contact them today and let them help you make the switch to solar. Just go to acrsolar.com.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, KHTK-AM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento, the only station in Sacramento giving you local sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports.
Headlines.
Good morning and happy Friday with your Sactown Sports headlines. I'm Jay Mars. The Denver Nuggets last night played their very first NBA Finals game ever, and it went pretty well.
And Ball Arena ready to explode. The first Finals game in franchise history is a rousing success. Denver's 9-0 at home in the playoffs. They take game one.
Two-time MVP Nikola Jokic finished the game with a 27-point, 10-rebound, and 14-assist triple-double. The Heat and Nuggets play Game 2 Sunday night in Denver. San Francisco 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy has progressed to throwing a football, this coming off of his injury in the NFC title game against the Eagles. And general manager John Lynch doesn't think his quarterback is a one-hit wonder.
Is it a flash in the pan or is it the real deal? As we've gone back and studied it, he played at a high level. You know, not only played within a system, made a lot of plays outside the system and by extending plays, and showed tremendous playmaking ability, showed a tremendous ability to run the system efficiently, effectively, push the ball downfield. So he just had an incredible first year.
The A's and Giants are back on the diamond as Oakland visits the Marlins, and the Orioles come into San Francisco for a 3-game series. All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
1 hour left in the whole week for us.
Yep.
Today is Chris Watkins and
Whitey Gleason, correct.
Very good. Friday fun and games coming up at the bottom of the hour, along with celebrity birthdays. In the meantime, we kind of sniffed around this a little bit earlier. Adam Silver was asked about Ja Morant. Now, by the way, it is traditional for the commissioner to do a opening of the finals press conference, kind of as
a state.
Yeah, exactly. And he was asked about Ja. Here was his answer.
Adam, there's another investigation involving Ja Morant, and can you update us on where you are on the timeline, when you expect it to end? And since there seems to be not a lot of precedent for this situation, how do you assess what kind of punishment to deliver, if indeed there is a punishment here?
Now, if only here Adam had said, it's the finals. We're not going to talk about any of that. I can tell you we'll have that all wrapped up as soon as after the finals as we can, but we're just not going to get into the extracurriculars. We're here to talk about Denver, and we're here to talk about Miami. That's pretty much it.
He kind of did say that.
Kind
of? Ish.
So in assessing what discipline is appropriate, if that's the case, we look at both the history of prior acts, but then we look at the individual player's history as well. And so and the seriousness, of course, of the conduct. So those are all things that get factored. It's not an exact science. It comes down to judgment at the end of the day. On the part of me and my colleagues in the league office. In terms of the timing, we've uncovered a fair amount of additional information. I think since I was still asked about the situation, I would say we probably could have brought it to a head now, but we made the decision, and I believe the Players Association agrees with us, that it would be unfair to these players and these teams in the middle of the series to announce the results of that investigation. And given that we're, of course, in the off season, he has now been suspended by the Memphis Grizzlies indefinitely, and so nothing would have changed anyway in the next few weeks. It seemed better to park that at the moment, at least any public announcement. And my sense now is that shortly after the conclusion of the finals, we will announce the outcome of that investigation.
Go ahead.
I was like, get it out today. Let it known.
This is a rare, sort of rare. Well, actually, you know something? I'm going to stop myself. This is actually not as rare as you might think. Colossal PR failure by Adam Silver, who I like.
Yeah.
But he is not David Stern. And not that David Stern didn't get himself into some issues, but David Stern just had this unique ability to handle it and weather the storm. And I don't know if that goes on in today's climate, by the way. I don't know that David Stern survives the dress code, for example, in today's climate, or if that even happens. When Adam Silver came into the league, he was almost immediately pressed into an incredibly difficult situation when it came to Donald Sterling.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, when I say came to the league, I'm sorry, when he took over as commissioner. And if you remember correctly, he brought in, which credit to him, he brought in Kevin Johnson, then mayor of Sacramento, to kind of head that whole thing up, make recommendations and do those things. But that was Kevin Johnson. That wasn't Adam Silver. But I do give him credit for bringing KJ in there. It's an impossible situation. Then you move on to probably the second biggest PR issue in his tenure, unless I'm missing something, but Daryl Morey in China and Hong Kong. That was a colossal failure. And Adam Silver really did himself no favors in both speaking out and trying to support Morey's freedom of speech, while at the same time sidestepping the NBA's, in many ways, problematic relationships with certain aspects of China, et cetera, et cetera. Well, now you go here. This is a colossal PR nightmare. It's a blunder. All he had to do, like I said, was say, obviously, that's something we're dealing with internally and out of respect for Ja Morant, the Memphis Grizzlies, but more importantly, out of respect for Denver and for Miami. We're not going to get into that right now. I can tell you we are investigating it. It's a complete investigation. And shortly after the finals were over, we expect to wrap up our findings and make any statements necessary.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
But he gave us way more breadcrumbs there.
More.
And then it just leads you to now speculate on what does that mean? What's the more information? If he was officially, if I remember right, was it 8 games before in last season?
I think,
it was
8.
Quote unquote first violation. He does add on there, well, it wouldn't matter now anyway because the team is suspended it. It's like, well, they're not doing anything. There's no team activities.
No.
So, I mean, that's kind of irrelevant. But it just jumps to, like we said earlier in the show, I mean, is that 10 games? Is that 20? Is that half a season? Is it a full? Like, you just, all it allows you to do is just speculate and jump. And now we're talking about a story that he's trying to make a non-story, but he's made it a story.
One of the most irresponsible things, I know you agree with me, one of the most irresponsible things, not just in sports media, but in media in general. We see it on the news. We really see it, obviously, in sports media, is trying to speculate and take people down the road.
Yeah.
So let's speculate. It ain't going to be 8 games. This is a second offense.
Has to be more.
And so I think you can start. I think the starting line is 16 games, which is double the punishment. But it is a second offense, and there are other things that are going into this. By the way, he very narrowly missed some pretty serious charges because they weren't able to confirm a gun in the first one.
Mm-hmm.
You have the combination here of legal recourse, which he didn't really, at least to our knowledge, break a law.
Correct.
But also representing the NBA and NBA. Exactly. Now, if he says they uncovered new information, I don't think the new information is we confirmed it was a gun.
Yeah.
The fact that he says we have new information means they have new information. And guess what? He's not going to hang out one of the faces of the league. He's not going to screw over a shoe company that's a major partner. I take that back. Josh shoes are actually selling even faster than did before. But he's not going to do all that. He's not going to screw the agent and the player if that thing that they uncovered was good.
Yeah.
It's not like if they uncovered proof that Ja Morant is actually innocent.
Right.
And that's an old video. Well, it would have already been announced and done. They're not going to let this guy twist in the wind for 2 weeks. So it was bad.
Yeah. And the other thing, too, is, look, whenever this is decided and announced or we hear it publicly and it gets confirmed, whatever the number of games is, what's the win there? Not the win. That's not my point. People are not going to be pleased with the number one way or the other.
No.
So, like, even like you and I, we have none of the other information that Adam Silver said. So if you were in charge and you said 25 games, that was Dave's in charge and you're the guy that says 25 games. So if you're like 25 for what? You're giving him that much? And others like 25, you got to make a statement. It's got to be more. Yeah. Like, how does, again, it's not about winning, but when it's a judgment, when someone is behind the decision, it's not like you did this, therefore it's this many games.
That's right.
I don't know what the right number is there for that.
You're also going to have a big, giant milkshake of whataboutism because what enterprising fans and reporters are going to do is they're going to start doing, like let's say, I personally believe it's going to be between 50 and 82 games. That's where I would put the odds at, 50 and 82 games, either a full season or about half the season. But here's the interesting thing is you're going to have that conversation of, I don't know, let's take a look at past punishments for domestic violence and players that were involved in domestic violence. Okay, we have Miles Bridges who didn't play at all last year, and you're going to have other examples, but you're also going to have examples of people that were suspended for 7 days or 7 games, 21 games that weren't suspended at all. You're going to have issues there where you're honest to goodness going to have people, and that's a what about. I think the NBA's argument, if I'm guessing here, is going to be this is not a first thing. This is an ongoing situation. We're not just talking about the initial gun thing and now this gun thing. We're also talking about the reported incident involving the Pacers and the Nuggets with the laser scope and Jaws crew. We're talking about the altercation with the kid outside of Ja Morant's house, and then God knows what else they've uncovered. So this is an ongoing pattern with this player, and I think a point Adam would be very well served to make is this isn't just a punishment. We care about our players. We care deeply about Ja Morant. He needs to take time to reassess what he's doing. But to your point, Jason, it doesn't matter what it is. The Kyrie suspension. You had people saying, well, they suspended Kyrie because he posted a link to a book, or he's getting all this crap because he posted a link to a book. And now you had a whole holy war happen because you have these factions. I mean, no pun intended, that you have these factions going on. It's like, oh yeah, do you realize the book he posted? Well, Kyrie didn't break a law, but true definition, he broke 0 laws. And I don't, at least with the information we have in front of us right now, did Ja break a law?
Not to my knowledge, but then it goes back to team employee rules, image.
Yep.
But then okay, sure, image, but you're gonna dock me if you're right, as many as 50 games, 80 games, you're gonna take that away. But someone else would say, yeah, absolutely, because you're trying to prevent this from happening again from him or anyone else.
Yes.
I don't know what they're going to end up doing there.
I don't either.
But we said it earlier. I think they ought to, they know how, like they didn't handle yesterday well, but they also know how to conveniently get this into a Woj or Sam or Shams inbox, let's say. And then all of a sudden, hey, hearing that,
right,
the penalty, just get it out there.
That's going to happen.
Get it out there today.
Jay, put your phones on. We got to take a break, but real quick, I'm just curious, weigh in on what you think is going to happen. A range.
I think you're correct. 50 to 82 is the range.
But if
I think there's a minimum 50 here.
If you found out, if the news came across, or if it came across that it ended up being a full season, all right.
Not shocked.
Not shocked.
Little surprised, but not shocked.
If it was 2 seasons, would you consider that?
Yeah, that might
would
be
would that be jaw dropping?
Yeah. That really?
When we come back,
that was punny.
3 in the key. Wow, Jason's mad. 3 in the key.
You did that on purpose.
From game 1.
I didn't.
You baited me in the whole way.
It's because you got me on the Jenna Ortega thing.
But somebody got me first.
You're mad.
Darn tootin'. When we come back, 3 in the key from game 1. Hey, let's knock one out for game 2
we
as
still
well.
don't know. She hasn't confirmed she's not a fox.
Yeah, no.
Jay's not done with
Guilty
this.
until proven innocent.
Yes.
We're back in 60 seconds.
It's Cattles and Rami.
For me, what Jaylen Brown is, He's not a name. I would argue
he's a Robin,
down.
not a Batman.
He's a Robin.
Yeah.
He is definitely. He's a heck of a Robin. He's a top 5 Robin in the league. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sending Robin out to take out the best villain.
No, you need
Freeze.
Batman.
Mr. Freeze.
You need Batman to get the Joker, right?
Absolutely.
You might send Robin after Scarecrow or
There
something.
you go.
You know what I mean?
Come on now. You're speaking on it.
So is Scarecrow Michael Porter Jr. in this scenario?
Cattles and Rami, weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 on Sactown Sports.
Pain is not normal. Repeat, pain is not normal. Greetings, Sacramento. Doug Christie here with the Good Feet store. Does this sound familiar? It's the end of the workday and the pain in your feet, knees, hips, or back is unrelenting. Good Feet understands that you've likely already tried assorted remedies and solutions with no relief. And now you're pretty much resigned to living with the pain. But do not give in to the pain. Instead, come to the Good Feet store for their end-to-end 3-step arch support system. Good Feet is the nation's largest manufacturer and retailer of personalized arch supports. With arch supports in over 300 sizes, styles, and flexibilities, and an arch support specialist in each store. Come in today for a free, no obligation arch support fitting, then take them for a test walk around the store or around the center. Experience the comfort, balance, and support possible with the Good Feet system. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and now in Vacaville. Online at goodfeet.com.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Hey, we welcome you back. Hope you've got some fun weekend plans. And as you should always remember, if you're close to, at, or above middle age, remember, great weekend plans can often be absolutely zero weekend plans. Remember when you're younger, back in the day, or some of you living in this world right now, like if you didn't have at least one hangout, like party, or friends are coming over, or you're going over there, or you got a night out at the whatever, if you were sitting there Sunday night and you look back on the weekend and you hadn't done anything but just house stuff, watch TV, I don't know, maybe I'm just speaking for myself, but you're like, God, I'm a loser. Like, this is terrible. And now it's like, if I go into a weekend, like this weekend right now, I'm like,
no plans.
Yeah, I'm stoked. I got like one
Spades game?
As of right now, no Spades game, weirdly enough. And the wife and I right now have planned to we're gonna go play a little bit of golf on Sunday.
Nice.
But that's it.
That's a plan.
Will you wave at Draper?
If he's there,
Yeah.
is that, I guess that's a plan, but that's like what I'm talking about. We're not like going to the club or seeing the bowl game or having the friends over for the thing.
I mean, isn't that kind of your club at this age?
Is that
pun 100% intended? Also,
yeah. But I guess I'm trying to find out, because I only live in my head. Is that fairly normal? The older you get, the less you care about doing things. You know what I mean, though. Like, I don't need to do stuff every weekend.
I mean, I think the older you get, you care more about like bigger opportunity. Like, hey, let's travel. Let's go to the vacation this place.
True.
But yeah, as far as like, damn it, you know what? We had Monday off. We should have went out to the bar on Sunday. Yeah, I don't think anyone in their middle age cares.
Gotta go. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say too. The other one that maybe has changed from like in the past, if it was like, hey, I've got a week off, we definitely plan that. But now if it was like, oh, I'm just gonna stay at home,
Little staycation.
Totally okay with that too.
Are you guys trying to say that the older you get, it's more about quality than quantity?
Kind of, yeah.
I think you are. Much like these picks we have coming up right now from last night.
Wow.
I'm
actually scared of these.
I am a little bit too, because I don't remember half of them. 3 for Madness, brought to you by Jason Ross.
Also happens when you get old.
Jason Ross.
And I think I scared you guys because Jay was making fun of a particular pick he made. And I said, oh, don't worry. That is not the worst pick of the day.
That got us both.
And then you both were like, oh, man.
Of course, we look at each other. We figure he's perfect.
Yeah, right. Exactly. We didn't even consider that it was Jason.
I consider that as me. Okay. Here we go. Let's recap yesterday's 3 in the Key, and we will be picking a 3 in the Key for tomorrow.
Oh, yes,
for Sunday.
Yes, we will.
Ask the crew the second leading score for each team in game 1. Well, we know the leading score was Nikola Jokic for Denver.
That was.
But the second leading score was Jamal Murray with 26. The leading scorer for Miami yesterday was Bam Adebayo. Bam went for 26 as well, but the second leading scorer was Gabe Vincent with 19. So the correct answer was Murray with 26, Vincent with 19. Dave, you said Jokic with 25, Adebayo with 21.
Yeah.
I said Jokic with 26, and Vincent with 17. It was close there. Jay said Michael Porter Jr. with 24, and Bam Adebayo with 25.
That was terrible.
All right, next up, guys.
Worst pick easily.
Most threes made by a Nugget and a Heat player. The Nuggets leader, well, there were 3 players with 2. Michael Porter Jr., Jamal Murray, and Bruce Brown. And for the Heat, Vincent hit 5.
Yes, he did.
So, Dave, you said MPJ with 4 and Jimmy Butler with 3.
Yeah.
I said Duncan Robinson with 4 and Contavious Caldwell-Pope with 4.
Oh.
And then Jay said Michael Porter Jr. with 5 and Max Strus with 4. Max went 0 for 9.
Oh, dear.
And that was the pick that Jay was fearful was the worst pick of
Oh,
the
no. Oh, there's something worse?
There is something worse.
Oh, my God.
Let's get to call your shot, guys.
Okay.
Because we all killed this.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Carmichael Dave. You said Highsmith would score over 7 points. He went for 18.
Nice.
Dave,
Yeah.
you called your shot.
Haywood Highsmith, baby. That's
Jay
right.
Mars said the Nuggets would win by double digits. Well, guys, I'm here to tell you Denver won by 11.
Yeah.
Jay Mars.
Well done,
We
Jay.
got one left. So there we
Okay.
go. We did
Here
it.
we go.
Good job, guys.
Yeah.
We're all done.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Oh, what? I don't
Oh.
remember this one. Let me fade down the music.
Oh, it's like the end of Succession, the reveal I wasn't expecting.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, there's more?
I thought there was.
Just one other
I said
participant.
Oh, there is.
Oh, I need a clip
I
bar.
called my shot, guys.
Yeah.
I said that
Kevin Love
Oh, yeah.
would
now I
have a
remember.
double-double. He did. He got up twice, and he went to the locker room
Went
twice.
in and out.
Yes.
Got a double-double, was eating it on the bench. Oh, boy. More like Kevin hate that pick. Wow.
More like Kevin doesn't love Jason.
Is he still in Minnesota? Did I have the wrong guy?
Yeah.
K-Love. Not a...
I hate Eric
Yeah.
Spoelstra
Wow,
now.
not a... Eric
Yeah, this is all
Spoelstra.
Eric Spoelstra's fault.
If
Clearly.
you think about it, he's kind of trash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lucked
I
into the
would have
ship.
been right if he played.
Wow.
Nice pick.
I mean, he played in 5 of the 7 games.
Yeah, he
against
did just fine.
Boston.
He's a scholar and
Did not
just
play at all against Philly. That's because they
should have done my research.
Maybe they
Anyway.
would sweat Philly if they played him.
Hey,
Right.
game 2 is another opportunity for me and for all of us.
Yeah, it is.
Guys, Dave, you lead us off. We're looking for Nikola Jokic's stat line. We want points, rebounds, assists for the guy who gets a lot of triple doubles.
Okay.
In game 2.
I am going to say 32,
Oh, that's a lot.
12,
Okay.
and 10.
That's a triple double.
I think they're going to want him to score a little bit more.
I agree, and I'm going to go a little bit more on the points. 34, 14, and 8. Jay Mars?
31 points,
Mhm.
18 boards,
Ooh,
9 assists.
okay.
One of our guys on the I knew this had happened on the YouTube chat saying, "Hold on, Dave called a shot and said Miami was going to win." I pulled it back.
Yes.
Pulled it back
You
at
did.
the last
It
minute.
was a
Pulled
late.
out.
Yes, it was a late pullout.
Yeah.
And I got Haywood Highsmith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
But by the way, beat that. I said he'd get over 7. He had
You
over
were
7.
way off.
He had over 7 in the 4th.
Yeah. No, he did great.
All right, next up.
Next up, guys, we're going to look for the Miami Heat's top 3 scores.
Yeah, we are.
And their point totals. Dave?
All right, I am going to say Jimmy Butler with 26, Bam Adebayo with 22, and let's go Gabe Vincent with 18.
Okay. Put that in. I'm going to have Butler
Butler did it.
with 29. I'm going to have Robinson with 15.
Oh,
You're
And-
buying into Duncan Robinson.
You are.
Nice.
and Kevin Love.
And Lowry with 14.
Oh, Kevin Lowry.
Kyle Lowry, we'll go with.
Row
Yeah.
I got Butler for 40,
Ooh.
Wow.
Bam for 19, Vincent for 16.
Having a Caleb Martin. All right, Dave, call your shot. Something that random that'll happen in game 2.
I can't call the same shot probably, so I get it. I will say both teams will have under 10 turnovers. We'll stick with that.
It's a good one.
Hey, thanks. Teams under
10 turnovers.
And by the way, just in case you were wondering, in last night's game, the Miami Heat had 8. Denver Nuggets had 10.
Okay.
So we're right there.
Okay. Kevin Love.
Stick with it.
I'm just going to do this. Is this a fair one? Well, I'm going to ask the judges. Kevin Love will play.
I say
fair
it's
at this
fair.
point.
Okay. I'm going to try. I'm trying something different.
Kevin Love will play.
That's all I'm doing.
NBA basketball in that game
In the
on the
game.
floor, not
In
like,
game
not
two.
like spades. Or
Yeah.
something. Okay.
J. Mars.
Jamal Murray goes for 35 plus
What? 35 plus what?
points.
Okay. Just want to be clear.
It's in there.
Don't even have to be in the paint
Don't be like, he played 37 minutes. That's what I was talking about.
because I'm a Canadian.
Don't do it. When we come back, we
Angry
will
Canadian.
what to watch this weekend, and boy, is there a lot. We've got another game 1 coming up. What sport are we talking about? We'll let you know that. Plus Friday Fun and Games and celebrity birthdays. It's all coming up in the final half hour right here on Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports is Sacramento's new home for the San Francisco 49ers.
It feels awesome. We deserve this. Let's go, Niners!
Purdy,
Purdy going to throw, and it is Kittle in the back of the end zone.
Samuel,
Debo 10, Debo, touchdown!
and McCaffrey.
Touchdown! CMC!
They all live here on Sactown Sports.
Your official home for 49ers football.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Valley Strong Credit Union.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Welcome to your Friday. We're out the door to a comfortable start to the day. Into the afternoon, we'll be bright and sunny out there with light winds. Expect highs today to peak in the upper 80s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
At Valley Strong Credit Union, we know that local businesses are the backbone of the Central Valley. Valley businesses deserve Valley support for payroll, credit, capital, and everything in between. Learn about all the benefits of being a business banking member at valleystrong.com.
Get to Acura of Stockton, where precision-crafted performance is at your fingertips. Elevate your driving experience with a vehicle that's built to impress. Acura of Stockton has a great selection of new Acuras and customer service that will exceed your expectations. And right now, lease a new Acura TLX, MDX, or Integra with low lease rates available. Take luxury to a whole new level in a new Acura from Acura of Stockton. See all our inventory and specials at AcuraofStockton.com.
Wells Fargo lets you know where you stand with your FICO credit score. What if you knew where you stood with everything? Like your kids' friends.
Hey, boys. How do cows stay informed?
Dad, don't.
They read the Moo paper. Mr. Otis, you're the funniest.
It's good to know where you stand. And when it comes to your FICO credit score, you can with a Wells Fargo account.
Visit wellsfargo.com/getfico to learn more. Terms and conditions apply. FICO is a registered trademark of Fair Isaac Corporation in the United States and other countries. Wells Fargo Bank N.A. member FDIC.
Quick Quack Car Wash is excited to announce Ceramic Duck, the stronger, shinier, luckier car wash experience that can only be found at Quick Quack. Their new Ceramic Duck car wash provides unparalleled protection from dirt, grime, rain, and UV rays while giving your car a noticeably deeper shine and smoother finish. With consistent use, you'll build a shine that will have you looking spectacular for days. Try the premium wash at 50% off by texting DUCK to 41284. So come on, experience Ceramic Duck today. You and your car will be glad you did.
I'm Howard Mackler, founder of Innovation Refunds. You've heard me talking about the payroll tax refund for months. If you own a business, even if you've asked your CPA about this, you owe it to yourself to take another look. We provide a licensed and insured tax attorney who evaluates your company at my expense to determine eligibility. Businesses of all types can qualify, so go to getrefunds.com to potentially get a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. Download the Innovation Refunds app or go to getrefunds.com, getrefunds.com.
If your Medi-Cal is ending, Cover California is here to help. Cover California is a service from the state that helps you get affordable health insurance. In many cases, at no cost to you, just like with Medi-Cal. We have quality health plans and will help you every step of the way to get the one that works for you and your family. So if you're no longer eligible for Medi-Cal, check out Cover California. We'll keep you covered. Learn more at coveredca.com.
Sactown Sports
Headlines. Good morning and happy Friday with your Sactown Sports headlines. I'm Jay Mars. The Denver Nuggets last night played their very first NBA Finals game ever, and it went pretty well.
And Ball Arena ready to explode. first finals game in franchise history is a rousing success. Denver's 9-0 at home in the playoffs. They take game one.
Two-time MVP Nikola Jokic finished the game with a 27-point, 10-rebound, and 14-assist triple-double. The Heat and Nuggets play Game 2 Sunday night in Denver. San Francisco 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy has progressed to throwing a football, this coming off of his injury in the NFC title game against the Eagles. And general manager John Lynch doesn't think his quarterback is a one-hit wonder.
Is it a flash in the pan or is it the real deal? As we've gone back and studied it, he played at a high level. Not only played within a system, made a lot of plays outside the system and by extending plays, and showed tremendous playmaking ability, showed a tremendous ability to run the system efficiently, effectively, push the ball downfield. So he just had an incredible first year.
The A's and Giants are back on the diamond as Oakland visits the Marlins, and the Orioles come into San Francisco for a 3-game series. All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Those are your headlines. Back to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Final half hour. Whitey and Chris will join us at some point in that segment. And Friday Fun and Games. Right now, celebrity birthdays, coming up in just a moment. Want to remind you, A's at Marlins. That's a day baseball today, along with the Orioles and Giants this evening. Shohei Ohtani on the mound.
Yeah.
Angels, Astros.
You're a guy you'd pay the ticket to go see.
I would. I will be in Houston tonight watching live. Want to remind you, A's coverage this weekend right here on Sactown Sports. So tune in. Yes, sir. I'm talking to you. Tune in and watch those Athletics as they get ready, perhaps, to begin the greatest team turnaround in Major League Baseball history. You're not going to want to miss the start of that.
Moneyball 2.
Right here on
Made
Sactown Sports.
Off of this.
This time, it's for real.
Yeah, I agree.
It is for real. We have breaking news, please, if you don't mind. We have breaking news.
When it breaks,
We have it first.
it's Sactown Sports breaking news.
Doc Rivers, during the break, announced that he was pulling his name out of contention for the Phoenix Suns head coaching job.
How convenient.
I've also pulled my name out of contention to be Scarlett Johansson's husband. I want to announce that as well. But obviously, somebody was trying to beat it to the punch. Do you guys know what I'm about to say?
No.
No? There has been a new head coach named in Phoenix. No, it is not Jordy Fernandez. So let me just calm everybody down. I'm taking guesses. If you would like to guess.
I wrote the name down that I guess.
You wrote the name down?
Yeah.
Jay, do you have a guess as to who the head coach is in Phoenix? Because I don't think anyone's getting it.
I think I have it.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right. Jay does not have a guess. Jason?
I think it's their assistant guy, Kevin Young.
Kevin Young. It's a fine guess.
No, that's wrong.
That's wrong. Frank Vogel.
Wow.
Is replacing Monty Williams in Phoenix as the new head coach. Correct me if I'm wrong. I had not heard his name mentioned.
I heard it once, but
Did
then
you?
I thought,
Okay.
oh, wow. That's the
I thought he was amongst the finalists.
fourth job for him.
I had not.
They clearly wanted a coach that won an NBA title.
He has.
Okay, well, you go, Matt Ishbia. What's that? That's weird.
That's going to be really fun when Ishbia, opens that presser.
I think Frank Vogel's not bad.
I don't hate Frank Vogel.
I don't think he's Monty Williams.
Yeah, that's more of my point. I don't think he's Monty Williams. I don't think he's Nick Nurse.
Okay, I mean, I guess I'm going to do it. What's Monty Williams?
Monty Williams is a guy.
Well done. Back to you.
I think.
Is he a better? I mean, you're saying he's better than Frank Vogel?
I don't know that.
I'm not trying to debate. I don't know.
Monty was your coach of the year a year ago. Frank Vogel was world champion a couple years ago. I think it's less about Frank Vogel over Monty Williams.
I think everybody loves Monty Williams.
Why did Monty Williams get fired?
Yeah, I think it's just new ownership.
Yeah, I completely agree. So congratulations, Frank.
Okay,
friend of the show, Frank Vogel.
Yeah, all the times he was on.
Let's get to we got to get celebrity birthdays here in a second, but I'm not missing this because I always have crap ones. Today is not a crap. What day is today?
Oh, I know one of the things today is.
Today's National Rocky Road Day.
I did not know that. Good flavor of ice cream. Wouldn't be my first pick, but I enjoy it.
That is chocolate, some marshmallow, some nuts. I enjoy Rocky Road.
Yes, very good ice cream.
The only issue I have with Rocky Road is sometimes, like, because it's frozen, you'll get like a piece of almond or something that can hurt your mouth.
Yeah,
but.
And then the marshmallow sometimes is ultra soft too.
Yes. Also,
throwing
you
off.
kind of struggle with a Rocky Road ice cream cone because you lick it and, like, if you get a big chunk of marshmallow, then it's like half the cone comes out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Today is National Donut Day.
That one I knew.
You know, I haven't had a donut in a while, Jason. Because you're usually a donut guy. I need to. You know what sucks about this new place? There's no donut places on the way here for me. Used to be on Madison. There's a donut place right down the street.
Yeah.
I'd bring in donuts.
Weren't you here last week when Chris brought him in?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I had a donut. Like I said, I have not had a donut in a while.
That's the last time I had one as well.
It's been a week. And then there's a few others, but I want to get celebrity birthdays. I do appreciate this one. National Rotisserie Chicken Day. I don't know the rankings. And again, we can save these for the summer show extravaganzas, but I got to be honest. Best ways of chicken preparation.
Oh, you know what Jay Marr's going to say.
He's gonna
fried
tenders.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say tenders.
Oh, I thought you meant how to cook them. Tenders.
I think it might be fried.
It's fried.
But dude, a good rotisserie chicken is great.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're up to like $10. But back in the day, you can go to Safeway or someplace and pick up.
I could feed you for a couple days.
Let me tell you something, man. Back in the day, I would grab me a $5 rotisserie chicken and one of them dollar loaves of bread. They cook the big loaves of French bread that they cook fresh, and I'd take that home and I just sit there and watch TV and rotisserie chicken and French bread it, and you'd still have leftovers the next day. That's $6 for 2 meals.
What a bargain.
Now it's like $15.
Still not bad.
And the chicken, but it's not even like, and the chicken's like a chick.
Smaller.
It's like, I'm a chicken.
And the bread's a half a loaf.
Yeah, exactly. It's half a loaf. All right, celebrity birthdays. I want to remind you, birthdays are meant to be spent with family and friends. You know, nothing brings family and friends together better than crumble cookies. CRUMBL. Crumble cookies. Get yourself some today. Jason Ross.
Happy birthday on this June the 2nd to Aquafina.
Wow. Was not expecting an Aquafina birthday today.
Do you know who Aquafina is?
I know that what I'm thinking is wrong.
Okay. Well, just take a guess at her birthday.
I know that I'm obviously thinking of a bottle of water, but
Yes.
that's not what we're talking.
No.
There's a person named Aquafina.
Uh-huh. So you're at a disadvantage here. Would you like Jay Mars to go first?
Yes.
Aquafina is 64.
I'm not getting trolled again. I got to think. Aquafina's got to be a newer name.
It's been a bottle of water forever, buddy.
I'm going to say Aquafina is 30, 29, 30.
Correct answer is Aquafina is celebrating her 35th birthday.
Oh, my God.
Atta boy.
If I got it, that would have been the all-time.
I was hoping you'd jump up there with Jay.
Okay, keep going. I need to.
Andy Cohen.
How is it? Is it spelled Aquafina? Like Aquafina?
AWKWA.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. American actress and rapper Aquafina? How do I not know this?
She's been in a lot of things.
Sorry, go ahead.
Anyway, Andy Cohen.
Loved him in Taxi.
Andy Cohen is
he's on
is it Bravo?
Yeah, I think, and always says all those.
No, I know. He's the guy on Bravo has that.
Yeah.
It's my sister's best friend's his co-host on this show. I should know this.
So you should have the age right on.
His name's John. Not Andy. Andy is I'm gonna say Andy's like 53.
50 flat.
55.
Close. Okay.
Justin Long from Dodgeball.
Yeah, and the MacBook commercials or the Apple commercials.
Wasn't he in the Superman show with Terry Hatcher and Dean Cain?
Was he?
I think he was.
Wow. Justin Long is 45.
I feel like he's older, but I also don't feel like he's older. 47.
We have a correct answer. 45.
Hey,
Carmichael Dave.
Justin Long.
Yeah.
Love
Happy
him.
birthday to Wayne Brady.
Wayne Brady.
I have a funny Wayne Brady
Wayne
story for another
Brady
time.
gonna have to have a birthday. Wayne Brady, come on in. Wayne Brady is, I'm going to say Wayne Brady is 54.
Ooh, you took mine. I'll say a young 53.
Wayne Brady is 51. Happy birthday to Dana Carvey.
Ooh, this is going to make me
Garth.
sad. Dana Carvey is 64?
62.
68.
I told
Years
you.
old?
No,
Yes.
Really?
No, butter sticks.
Happy birthday to Jerry Mathers.
Oh, the
as
Beaver. Ward, you were a little hard on the Beaver last night. The Beav is 80.
83.
I think he's younger, actually.
75.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to Dennis Haysbert.
Oh, Pedro
Joe Boo.
Serrano.
Blank you, Joe Boo. I do it myself. Pedro Serrano, Dennis Hayes, also the president on 24, right? And Allstate.
Never seen it.
Okay.
Allstate, yes, though.
Pedro Serrano is 70.
I was going to say 67.
69.
Hey, not really a story, but I can tell you I waited for a car one time outside a golf tournament with Dennis Haysbert down south, and I made sure to just say hello and shake his hand. The voice is no joke. It's actually like deeper and more intimidating in person. I don't know why his
They
voice.
pitched him up in Major League.
Dudes, thank you. I don't know why he's not in that same category as like a Morgan Freeman and James Earl Jones.
He is.
I feel like Dennis Haysbert's right knocking on the door.
Yeah. Last one. Happy birthday to Earl Boykins.
Oh.
Boykins.
5'3"?
Oh my God, you're saying like he's 53?
No. I'm trying to guess his height.
age is matched.
Or was it 5'7"? It's one of the two.
Well, Muggsy was 5'3", I think.
Okay, Earl was a little taller, I want to say.
I'll say
Earl's a good player.
Earl could like bench press apparently like a lot of weight.
Give me 52.
He's
younger.
47.
We have a correct answer. 47.
Wow, well done. You know what I'm going to do this weekend? I just made plans after saying I hadn't made any plans. I'm going to watch Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings because Aquafina is in it. And I'm going to educate myself on Aquafina.
No,
I feel
you're
bad that I
not.
didn't know. I will give you a movie review on
It's
Monday.
pretty funny.
No, I should have known who that was. I feel bad about that. We'll take a break. When we come back, celebrity birthdays just happened. Whitey, Chris Watkins, they come in. We'll cross talk with them. Awkwardly, not awkwardly, I don't know. And we're going to have Friday Fun and Games, which is always fun. We'll do that after this on Sactown 4.
Check out the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sactown Sports. Get the latest on equipment, area courses, people who play the great game, and plenty of good conversations about golf. It's the Golf to Go Hour every week with Frank LaRosa on Sactown Sports. Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, America's most awarded golf facility. Naturewood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder.
It's Thunder Valley's $20,000 20th anniversary cash giveaway. 5 winners on Friday and Saturday nights in June. One very lucky guest wins 20 grand, guaranteed. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Lowe's knows the value of quality paint for pros. That's why starting on June 5th, Pro Paint Days are coming to Lowe's. Shop special savings on the products you need for all your paint jobs. Plus, MVP's members can take advantage of an additional limited time only paint offer when you shop Valspar and HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams. Join the Pro MVP's Rewards program today. Offers valid 6/5 to 6/16. Exclusions, restrictions, and more terms apply. See Lowe's.com/L/Pro Loyalty Terms. Subject to change.
What would it take for a plumbing company to earn your trust? Jerry and Kenny here from Bell Brothers. And let's face it, plumbing and service companies don't always have the best reputation.
So to earn your trust, the first thing they'd have to do is actually answer the phone when you call with a real live person. Then they'd have to send a plumber when you needed them, day or night, without charging extra for emergency services.
A trustworthy plumber would show up on time, wearing a clean uniform and name badge, and be able to show that they had passed a background check and drug test.
A plumber you could trust would give you a firm quote on the job before starting and clean up after they finish the job.
That's exactly the plumber you'll get when you call Bell Brothers. a plumber you can trust. Call Bell Brothers right now for all your plumbing needs. Our number is 916-444-1234 or find us online at thenosurpriseguys.com.
The No Surprise Guys, Bell Brothers.
Hey guys, did you know June is Men's Health Month? It's time to address those issues you've been ignoring. Tired? Not feeling like your old self? Lacking drive? Revive Men's Health can improve your quality of life for common issues like low testosterone or ED. Why live with it when you can improve it? And Men's Health Month is the perfect time to take charge of your health. To learn about the real-world benefits of testosterone or ED treatment, book your free exam and T-level check today at Revive Sacramento. And for Men's Health Month, ask how you can get a free 30-day supply of custom ED medication if you're medically qualified. They make it easy, convenient, and they have a 99% patient satisfaction rate. So save $199 with a free exam. And don't forget to ask how you can get a free 30-day supply of custom ED medication. Don't wait. Do it today. Call 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Greetings from M&S Auto on El Camino, just off the Cap City Freeway. And a big thanks to our repeat customers for letting us be your favorite car dealer. Repeat customers make us proud. M&S customers know that they're going to find the car, 4x4, or SUV they want. They'll get treated like family and save thousands. Whether you're a repeat customer or a first-time buyer, welcome. M&S Auto, the intelligent car buying experience. MSAutogroup.com.
For a business to thrive, there needs to be a constant stream of new customers. This happens through strong lead generation. Did you know that lead generation is one of the most important tools of any marketing campaign? Let us help you identify your target audience and market your products and services to them. To get started today, contact aimyourdigital.com. That's aimyourdigital.com and start seeing results today. The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
All right. Whitey Gleason, Chris Watkins, taking the torch. Whitey, is it a, I hope I'm not blowing you up on the air, but then again, we're on camera. So
yeah.
Is it a superstition / tradition / both for you? And if so, how long has it gone on for you to have a Pepsi before every show?
It's not a superstition. I just like to have a little,
caffeine.
little something.
That's your coffee.
Yeah,
The joy of cola.
Exactly.
I'm not saying there's
That's
anything
all.
wrong with that. I've noticed you usually, if not always, have a Pepsi with you.
Yeah, you're implying there's something wrong with it when you say, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it.
This
Why is it this weird thing you do? What's up with that? It's great. But
you do you.
You do you.
You go, boo-boo.
It's worked well. Chris Watkins.
Hello.
You got a phone stand.
I've got a phone stand. I got water, Just make an option. You have a Cliff Bar.
Yeah, I do. This is what's left of breakfast.
Stingers up.
One thing I've noticed with kids today, I'm including you, that wasn't really prevalent when we were in school, I don't think. Like every single kid has a Hydro Flask, and they all take them around with them, and they all drink water. Whereas our Hydro Flask was a drinking fountain.
Yeah.
And we
it was
liked
trying to get
it.
excused from the class to go get a drink of water.
Yeah, go get a drink of water. And there's always the one that you know that you hit, and you either have to suck it right out of the hole, hey,
Wow.
or you hit
Don't isolate
where am I
that.
looking? Hi. Or you hit it and it just squirts right in your eye. The super. This isn't getting any better for me, but you know what I'm talking about.
Hey, I got an idea.
don't. Yeah.
Let's go to Friday Fun and Games.
Friday Fun and Games brought to you by
Nobody, baby, nobody.
But 923-6800, area code 916. Ask for Scott Marsh if you want to sponsor this segment. Jason Ross.
All right, guys.
Scott Marsh let me in the building today. Bless him. Thank you, Scott.
Still haven't given Whitey a key. He's been in radio 50 years in this town, but can't give him a key.
He has a key to the city, but not to the building.
Not to the building. Don't want to give Whitey a temporary key because, he might
Heaven
rob
forbid.
the place.
Might rob the place, Well, there's stories.
Did you say Kevin forbid?
Yep.
Okay, that was well done. Back to you.
Okay, so we're going to do this. We've played this game before, and a version of it. It's like Name That Tune, where if I give you a category, except for it's not Name That Tune, you say how many of these things you can name, and it's like a bidding
this
thing.
is so stressful.
Right. Oh, I hate this one.
And
but
then
I
we've
love
got
it.
a clock and so forth, but there's a little twist, not too much.
What?
So the first category, I'm going to say, without the twist that is NBA head coaches. Dave, I'll let you start the bidding. And you have 20 seconds. How many do you think you can name?
Like current or all time?
I'm just leading with
twist.
the NBA head coaches.
I will say in 20 seconds I could name 8.
Oh,
Whitey?
5.
Well, so you didn't go above his bid, so you're going to leave him at 8? You have to go above his bid, or we're going to have...
Oh, I'll leave him at 8 then.
I'm so screwed.
Yeah, go ahead. Take that.
You're going to leave Dave there?
I'm so screwed.
Jay?
I can do 10.
You can do 10?
Oh, I'm not screwed.
All right.
One more time. This is all time or current?
You don't hear
I'm
the
going to
twist
find
yet.
out yet. There's a twist.
Yeah, that's the thing.
We don't know what the twist
Let's
is.
start with the letter Z.
You are.
Oh.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
So Jay's the one?
Jay's the one.
So Jay, you have the clock. It's 10 seconds. Name NBA head coaches.
10 or 20 seconds.
20.
Oh, did I say 10?
Yeah,
Sorry.
20.
No,
Okay.
but he said he could do 10,
10 and
of
20.
these.
Okay.
NBA head coaches with 2 or more championships. Start the clock. Go.
Wait, I'm sorry. Whoa, I'm sorry. I got distracted.
10 or more NBA head coaches with 2 or more championships.
Yeah.
Don't believe they
Go.
exist.
Go.
Pat Riley, Red Auerbach, Chuck Daly, Eric Spoelstra, Steve Kerr,
10 seconds.
Bill Russell,
I think he's got 2 as a player coach.
Casey Jones. Oh. How did I miss Phil Jackson?
How'd you miss
Popovich.
Greg Popovich.
Yeah. Finish the list.
It's
Any
so
other
tough.
guess?
No.
Greg Popovich, Phil Jackson. Who coached Houston for the 2 championships again?
Rudy Tomjanovich.
I don't think Bill Russell had 2 as a coach.
Yeah,
he did. He officially did.
Wow.
Well, there was an asterisk to it. I don't know. It was on there.
Ah.
Here was the list. Spoelstra, Rudy T, Bill Russell, Casey Jones, Red Holzman, Tom Heinsohn, Alex Hannum,
Oh,
Chuck
Alex.
Daly, Steve Kerr, Popovich, Pat Riley, John Kuhnla, Red Auerbach, and Phil Jackson. Okay. That was our first one. You did pretty well, Jay.
You did
great, Jay.
It was a good job.
All right, next category. Whitey will have you lead the bid.
Okay.
Sacramento Kings. We don't know what the rest of this is, but Sacramento Kings. How many in 20 seconds? Just vaguely.
So
Sacramento
jacked up.
Kings.
So messed up.
You can just start the bidding low.
10.
10.
Wow.
Chris Watkins, you go above that?
10 feels good.
I feel like Chris is content just being like, nope.
Nope, I'm so
Anybody gonna
good.
go
I'm
above
not
10?
a betting man. I'll say 11. Why not?
Whoa! Anybody
so
going
good.
11?
Good for you.
Yeah.
Not me.
J. Mars?
Nope.
All right, this will be for Chris Watkins.
Okay.
In 20
So
seconds.
this is why I don't do this.
You might be able to do this.
We'll see.
Sacramento Kings that were on the 2006
gosh.
playoff team.
Oh my gosh.
20 seconds. Here we go. Start the clock.
Bonzi Wells, Mike Bibby, Ron Artest, Brad Miller. I'm missing one already. Kevin Martin, Sharif Abdul Rahim. Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
No, he was not.
Okay, yeah, I don't think so.
You got 7.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that's pretty good.
It is.
Kenny Thomas, anyone?
Kenny Thomas,
Oh.
right? Kenny Thomas.
Sergio Garcia.
Sergio
Oh, I got
Garcia.
one. Was the great Vitaly Potapenko on that
Yes.
team?
Was Sergey Monia on that?
Yes.
You
Jason Hart.
You got 11. Sergey Monia.
Ronnie Price.
Oh,
Okay.
The great Jamal Sampson. Brian Skinner.
Okay.
We said Kenny
feel
Thomas.
good about my
Skinner
and
had that
Corliss
that long
Williamson.
goatee. Oh, and Corliss.
Yeah, scoreless.
Okay.
Woof, that was evil, dude.
Yeah, that was tough.
All right. This one, I'm going to give you the early hint. Bid low.
Bid low.
Okay, we're going pop culture here. Prince songs. Prince songs, bid low, please.
1.
Okay, anybody going above 1?
2.
2. Anybody
I will
going above
not.
2?
I will
J.
not.
Mars?
Nope.
You're a music. Okay, 2. Whitey, in 20 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Prince songs that made it to number 1. You've got 20 seconds. Go.
Purple Rain, Little Red Corvette. Let's go crazy.
There's 1.
Oh, gee.
Prince song.
All he needs is 1 more, though.
Take me with you. What's that song?
Nope.
Da.
That's a song.
Did he write it or he performed it?
Performed it.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
when doves cry?
Doves cry?
When Doves Cry.
Oh, I knew
There
it.
were
Yeah.
5
It
total.
sounds like
Did Bat Dance make it to
Bat
number
Dance.
1?
I'm like, no one's going to get that.
Oh,
Wow. Bat Dance. Let's Go Crazy. When Doves Cry. Kiss.
Mm.
Oh, the
And
remake.
Diamonds and Pearls. That was it.
I can't believe it.
I-
This is
wow,
what
I
it
can't-
sounds
yeah.
like.
I was waiting for you to say that. That was
Yeah, that's my dad's favorite song.
Okay.
Favorite,
Is
strangely,
it?
yeah.
Ready?
Yep.
Next one. Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Chris, you start.
I
the
don't
bidding.
trust you. 3.
Okay. Anybody going above 3?
Say 4.
Okay. Whitey? Jay?
Nope.
4. Okay.
Oh, God.
I think this is going to be very doable for Dave.
Hall of Fame quarterback.
In 20 seconds, Hall of Fame quarterbacks inducted since 2000. Go.
Jim Kelly.
Correct.
Peyton Manning.
There you go.
2.
Why am I blanking?
You tell us.
Since 2000. Oh,
Alex
my God.
Smith.
Why am I completely...
Dante Culpepper.
No, I'm literally blanking.
You got a few seconds left. You're halfway there.
Dan Marino.
Oh, sorry. Nope.
Out
of time.
You got 3 out of 4. There were 10. Anybody else?
I totally
John
blanked.
Elway. Was he?
Elway is one of them.
Brett Favre.
Correct.
Brett Favre.
There's 5 of them. There's 5 more.
Is Drew Brees in the Hall of Fame already?
Nope.
No. Okay.
I'm trying to think of like
Steve Young.
Correct.
quarterbacks in the night. Great quarterbacks.
Believe it or not, another Niner.
Randall Cunningham? No.
John Brody?
Not Joe Montana.
Yeah, he was in 2000. I mean, he got in.
Wow.
Aikman, Moon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear it. Sorry. Aikman, Moon, and then Kurt Warner.
No, K-Dubs.
That's the 10.
Underdog.
Okay.
Grocery stores.
Do you remember when there was a debate about whether Kurt Warner, will he be a Hall of Fame quarterback?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
All right, we got time for one more.
One more. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to ask you guys which one you want, which category. NBA MVPs, Harrison Ford movies, or Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross?
I mean,
I want NBA
number
MVPs.
3.
Do we have a consensus?
No,
What
I
do
think
you
we
want?
have the opposite
It's
of
your
I
show.
honest to God wanted. Of course, I want the Carmichael Dave.
Yeah,
Okay.
got to.
Okay.
Have to.
There is not a official correct answer to this, but this is, we'll do this one.
Though I would have picked Harrison Ford movies otherwise.
Okay. Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross, what's the bid?
I don't really want any part.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I'd probably be the
Let's
most
do Jay.
knowledgeable
Yeah,
here.
do Jay.
Let's go 10.
10.
No chance.
No, there is. There is. Okay. Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross, Jay, 10 or more in 20 seconds. People that Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross have hosted a show with at KHTK.
Katie Christensen.
One.
Oh, I got to do. Oh, I'm
You
sorry.
gotta
I
do 'em
thought
all.
that was just one question. Go back.
Dude, just
10,
one.
start,
Yeah, that
go.
was the whole thing.
Oh, here we go.
Just
Okay,
one.
start
Katie Christensen, Doug Christie, Kyle Madsen, Keith Brooks, Grant Napier, Michelle Dapper, Deuce and Mo, Nate Goodyear, me.
There you go.
Was that 9 or 10?
It's
It's
9.
Well,
I
you
got
said
10?
Deuce and Mo.
Oh, yeah.
Deuce
Did
and Mo,
they
that's
count
it.
twice?
I
Because
don't
Deuce
know.
Mo did a show with you and a show with
Yeah, it could
that's
be.
actually
How about
true.
these two in here?
Yeah.
Yourself?
We would have accepted Damian Barling, Ken
Yeah.
Rudolph, that other guy with me and Keith and Nate.
Oh, wow. Other
No,
guy
the-
gets
the
no love.
little guy, Corey.
Yeah.
Other guy gets no
Should've
love.
been-
Jeez, my goodness.
Ouch.
He wasn't tall.
But how was the other guy?
I didn't remember his name.
Why?
Yeah, other guy. Come on.
How long did you work with him?
2 years.
You
the guy
didn't
in
remember his
promotions.
name.
He was in your room most of the time. I just
Oh, Charles and
Digital.
Digital. Charles and Digital, too. Yeah.
Matt George.
Shout out, Chuck.
Who's
Oh,
Charles
yeah,
and
MG.
Digital?
Exactly.
Chuck.
Yeah, I think that's about it, right? Yeah, okay.
Why is your list so much longer than his?
That's personal.
That is very personal. What are you looking at me for? All right.
Oh, man.
Whitey and Chris will take over next. They'll have fun and games
Oh, yeah.
galore.
Oh, yeah.
You gonna talk about the John Morant thing?
What?
Yeah.
What happened?
What about the NBA Finals? Yeah, we got sound and everything for you. Have a great weekend. Everybody be safe. For Jason Ross, for Jay Mars, I am Carmichael Dave. Light the beam. Bye-bye.
The King season might be over, but Sactown sports coverage never